Everyone and
Sprite.
welcome. Sprite. There we go. Yeah,
Becca
favorite
Sprite.
soda. Becca Sprite.
There we go.
So right now that's Serena's
Becca
hand.
Mountain Dew.
There we go. So right now we're here with Anthony,
Hi.
and on the other side of the camera we're here with
That's dangerous, Chet.
Serena.
Playing a dangerous game.
I am playing a dangerous game, and today they're making Jank Funnifyic characters. What are your characters so far?
My set name is Stud Muffin McMotherfucker. My hero name is the Angry God Stabber King God Destroyer God.
Oh man, I need to do my hero name.
You should make an acronym for that.
Wait a second, Jet. Is your video on the feed?
Yeah.
Are you worried about getting demonetized?
For
By
what?
yourself?
Has
Nah.
Jet ever been concerned about
You
demonetization?
can't be demonetized by yourself.
You can't be demonetized if you don't make money.
I have to sue myself. Yeah, I monetize.
You never know.
See yourself, Jet, for millions of
I've,
dollars.
I've only made $100 through YouTube so far.
So we got here.
Wait, $100 overall.
Yeah, overall.
Tag.
Well, I didn't do it seriously until like
Ask
the last
I'll take
summer
it.
when I started doing Yu-Gi-Oh like 30 hours a week. But
Why?
during the summer I was playing a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's a lot of
But what
My
is your
Civ
Civ
name is Becca Sprite.
What a name.
And now you're working on your hero name? Whoop Dozer, what do you think? Dab. Hero name should be.
Sorry, it should be sneezed out.
Something to do with carbonation.
Carbonate. We're sticking with the soda theme.
Okay.
The carbonator.
Neon Carbon.
Carbo Girl.
She's gonna have one power and it's just gonna be carbonating shit.
No, I can't limit myself like
Opens up
that.
shaking
Oh, you
sodas
don't
and
limit yourself, you roll
points them towards
yourself.
you.
Fizz to the death.
You don't
Oh,
get to
I like
decide
something
what
with
you do.
fizz.
Abilities to melt people.
Do you want to have girl in your name? I noticed you went there with the carbo thing.
I mean, not if I can think of something cooler.
Yeah, I got you. What do you think of Neon Carbon?
Nah.
Carbion?
I like something with fizz.
Something with fizz? Okay, back to fizz. Princess Fizz, Fizzess, Fizzarena,
Fizzarena.
Fizzo. Yo, Scavenger, welcome to the stream. Good to have you.
I like Princess Fizz. I'm
Princess
gonna
Fizz.
do that.
Okay, ballin'. So right now we got Becca Sprite, aka Princess Fizz.
They told me to abbreviate my name, so I did Kid Dig.
Then you're going to have a 3-sentence personality description. It's a 3-sentence description of your character's personality.
Are you filming your film?
Okay, so you guys have to write a 3-sentence description of your character's personality.
Should my character be like nothing like me?
You tell us.
Yeah, it's up to you.
What would be the opposite of me?
The opposite of you? Probably a dick.
Okay, I'll make my character a dick. But how so?
Like an actual living phallus?
Yeah.
So what are things that you like?
What are things people like about you?
Scavenger said
what are
an
things people
amphibian.
like about me?
I'm already an amphibian.
Maybe they like that you're outgoing.
Okay. Outgoing.
So make her an introvert.
Well,
She was like, I don't want. She's
Oh,
like, I
are we
don't
not
want
going
to
in the opposite?
Yeah.
no, I mean you can be.
Please.
The expression was too great. I was ready. My
What's
boy
something
Anthony's going at it.
What's up?
Well, you're just ready. Like
He already has the first chapter finished.
David always says I'm understanding. So it could be like I could be like my,
Oblivious.
maybe not oblivious, maybe just straight up like
Actually,
Uncaring.
yeah, like doesn't give a fuck
Yeah.
about anyone.
Scavenger said, just go hardcore with the meme.
So we're introverted. We're self-absorbed.
Yeah, don't forget 3 sentences.
Okay.
Chet, don't you love having all these non-hero heroes?
Yeah.
Don't you like kill babies for a living?
Yeah.
Isn't that your character?
I drown babies for
Drown
I don't
babies.
kill them. I
Are you
drown.
a super?
Remember when you threw them out of a window in a hospital?
What?
You threw them out of a window in a hospital.
Out of necessity.
But that's not drowning.
How am I the one that looks like a giant warty toad, and I am the most morally upright of any of us so far?
How could you?
It's
Don't worry,
not
I
what's
moved
on the
it fast
outside
enough.
that counts.
Did you?
That's
Though?
what's on
Yeah,
the
It's how
inside,
many
clearly.
babies you drown.
Clearly.
Oh, and at the very end, you guys both read your sheets out.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'll be fun.
Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Scavenger
I got my
said, out of
first sentence.
necessity.
I got my first sentence.
Oh,
Becca
cool.
Sprite is a self-absorbed, purposefully rude loner.
I feel like you could have split that into 3 sentences, but I'm glad that you're giving your character so much depth.
Why would I put it? I would be like, Becca Sprite is self-absorbed. Becca Sprite is purposefully rude. Becca Sprite is a
We're in
loner.
college.
Yeah.
You gotta see Jared's
This is in
character
middle
sheet.
school.
My boy said, I am a meme. I like memes. Like,
That sounds like such a waste.
he said, I'm a good person.
I mean,
I'm a good person.
I wouldn't make a personality if I had the choice not to, because my personality is more based on the actions that I take.
Is there another meme-based character?
Yeah, that was Jared's the first character, and his whole thing was memes.
Oh. Oh, well then I just ripped him off.
Yeah, you were the second character. Your whole thing was memes.
It's an heir to memes.
I'm gonna get the most out of these
I was
3
the first
sentences.
moderately serious character.
Well, what about the historian?
I haven't done anything yet.
I mean, we
True.
made characters at the same time.
Scavenger said, is good time travels, and I forgot something else.
How can
I think he said he
build
likes
on this
memes.
sentence?
Well, it seems like you're putting a lot of thought into this, so I imagine if your character is the opposite of you, they wouldn't think about it at all. They'd be impulsive. They'd just jump right in.
I love it. 10 out of 10. Best description.
Thank you.
Why are you staring at me?
Oh, I've
I think
actually
someone
flipped
did-
it around.
Oh, okay.
Oops, so how's your 3-sentence description go?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Oh, okay. Hit us up.
Read out loud.
That
Sure,
isn't the whole
yeah.
point to save it to the end.
Well, I mean, she's still thinking about hers. Maybe it'll help her figure some stuff out.
Okay. Stub mapping motherfucker. An angry edge boy that likes to fight things with sharp objects and enjoys walks on the beach and small walruses. Likes to wear leather everything with black nail polish. He's a lonely loner who lives in the mountains with wolves who raised him since birth, ever since his parents were kidnapped by angry wolves. Thus his edge boy lifestyle.
So I could say things she likes.
You good?
Yes, you could.
You could.
See, it,
I
it
did learn
helps.
something.
She did learn something. Just like I learned that after his parents were kidnapped by wolves, the wolves raised him.
Yeah.
It wasn't that the wolves kidnapped him. It's that the wolves took his parents and then took their place.
Wait, was he raised by bulls or wolves?
Wolves.
I thought that the bulls raised him and the wolves
Wolves.
kidnapped him. And I was like,
That could be interesting.
I was like, how does one get raised by bulls?
I don't know.
Climbed a fence and was like, can I live with you?
He spends 18 years mastering the headbutt.
Why the hell not?
Ooh. Gerard,
Huh?
should I give Mellow Yellow another chance?
Which one?
I don't have any
Interesting.
dollar bills left.
So why did you do it?
Just for the future. Scavenger said, likes meme is good, fights crime, Jared. He said, I just pulled up the amino. Scavenger said, Yellow Mellow is dope, bro.
Yellow melon?
Yellow melon.
You said it in reverse?
He did say it in
That's
reverse.
it's like the Dollar General fucking ripoff.
That new stuff.
Yeah.
If Dollar General had a ripoff, would it be General Dollar?
I feel like anything that's not Dollar Tree but has dollar in the name is a ripoff of Dollar Tree.
Wasn't Dollar Store the first one? Like
Really?
legit Dollar Store.
I don't even know what Dollar Store is.
It's
Oh, we have
Dollar
Family Dollar.
Family Dollar's horrible.
Plug in all the dollar stores.
But like shitting on them if they're not Dollar Tree, yeah.
There's gonna be like a new like hipster fucking elitist store called Top Dollar.
Oh god.
They go out of their way to just
Okay, I got
be
the
expressive.
second sentence.
Alright.
Nice.
She derives joy from the suffering of others, but gets offended and mad easily herself.
Interesting. Your character has a lot of depth. Scavenger said, I always say it in reverse, but it does taste good.
Okay. Does it taste good?
The way this sentence is the opposite of me is because it's kind of hard to offend me and I don't really get mad. So that's how that sentence is the opposite. And
Yes, but was she raised by wolves, though?
no,
That's what I want to know.
What race? What race?
No.
that's
You,
not part of
in
her
real
personality.
life, you're right. I'm about to say in real life she was raised by parents. And the opposite of being raised by parents is you raised your parents.
My parents are dead.
Raised your parents.
Yeah.
Your upbringing says a lot about your personality, so...
Maybe you could say that you, like, neglect those around you.
But I already
Said
derive
that,
joy
yeah.
from the suffering of others.
Yeah, you're right. So that
So it's
goes
kind
hand
of
in
an
hand.
umbrella.
Yeah.
What motivates her?
Solid questions. I like that you and Dozer did like a solid question. Dozer's like, I'll take credit.
I can think of something that motivates her or something she hates. Because I've said things she likes.
I don't know.
She likes people suffering, so what does she hate?
Well, what do you like?
People having fun.
I like... I don't want her to hate that, though.
Are you gonna make her hate Dozer's character?
That's perfect. What's her character's name? Okay, but I need to write this creatively. I can't just say she hates Javier. No, it's gotta be a good thing.
You're gonna put some lore in there?
Boyfriend?
No, just say Javier and hate all Javiers.
Everyone named Javier must die.
Okay.
Or what's a way I can indirectly hate people like his character, but not just his character?
We would have to know about his character's personality and then base it
I
around
got it. You hate everybody that is not giant anthropomorphic toads.
Damn.
He's an anthropomorphic.
I'm a toad.
Yeah, he just wanted you to like.
You could just be a misanthrope and just hate people.
That's conceivable.
She already kind of hates people based on her personality description. Then Scavenger even said, "You hate
Or
all
maybe
people."
I could write something about what
She
somebody
wants to get rid of the Negan.
what somebody can do to make her actually not dislike them. What is something?
Like a redeemable quality.
Yeah, a redeemable quality.
Well, tell us an irredeemable quality, like something that you would never forgive someone for, and then that's the thing that she likes in people.
Okay.
Interesting.
What about like drowning babies?
What's that screen?
She enjoys drowning.
That's like a
babies.
text tone.
Yeah, that's her text alert.
I like how he said, "What about drowning baby?"
Wait, is there somebody that's supposed to be here that isn't?
Skinny D said, "What's good?"
Yeah, Jared
You're
and
in
Kaylee were
Kaylee.
supposed to be here, but Kaylee's like sad and something.
Can't wake up.
But
Save me!
Save me!
Yo, Skinny D, welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. Right now, Serena and Anthony are creating characters for Jank Heroes
what's something I would
Funnifyic.
never forgive someone for?
Drowning your baby.
I don't know. I always forgive people.
Would you forgive me if I like shot you in the foot? Intentionally.
I mean, I feel like most people would. It needs to be something specific to my personality.
Scavenger said, likes
So-
killing babies.
If you always forgive her everything, she can never forgive anybody once they've wronged her.
That's a trait.
But we're trying to think of something that she likes in people.
She likes people suffering, so maybe people who go out of their way to help people. She
You
doesn't
hate
fucking
them.
yeah. Like if you ever try and help someone, I hate you.
She likes people who make other people suffer.
Yeah.
That would make sense. It'd be funny if she liked people who helped people. Like, it was like the weird twist. Like, she loves hanging out with people who help people, but then she enjoys people not being helped.
She likes to watch people try to help people.
But fail?
Yeah.
When someone does something good and she goes behind their back and like ruins it.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want something off topic from this sentence.
Local kid cured of cancer. She goes back and gives him cancer.
I'm interested. Why?
Okay, maybe we'll go with what he said. Something that she's motivated by.
Skinny D said a sentence that didn't make sense. Scavenger said, so
What did he
like the
say?
funny fail videos. Skinny D said, you guys being get that pussy. There's no, I don't get it. Scavenger said, so like the funny fail videos. Like, it sounds like you like watching failure.
Something she's motivated by. What am I unmotivated by? What,
Do you
what
feel like...
brings me down?
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to think.
Do you like really long math problems?
I think
what?
Something that...
She's motivated
I think
by
something that I don't like, something that makes me upset. Well, how could someone like that, though? I don't get it.
Scavenger said loves Nickelback.
Something I don't like is when people, like, talk about something and talk so confidently about it, but they actually have no idea what they're talking about.
So your character's gonna love people who just
I love
talk
ignorant
shit
people.
and know nothing about it.
But how will that benefit my character?
Because you love seeing people suffer, and
Also,
that's the
it's
best
not
part of
always a good
stuff.
thing to have
Maybe-
all benefits for a character. Sometimes having flaws is pretty fun.
I mean, it's just the things that my character likes already are flaws.
So it'd be even more flawed.
Okay, maybe something more off topic.
Scavenger said likes yanderes. Wow, dude. You really killed the room, Scavenger. Knocking it on the house.
I'll just.
Scavenger said, oof. Kirby said pineapples. Yo, Kirby, welcome to the stream. Right now, Serena and Anthony are making characters in Jank Heroes Funnifyic. Scavenger said anime jokes don't work with this crowd.
Work with me.
Kirby said, hiya. Now you can say hey directly.
Hey, Kirby.
Does anyone... This is a good time. If anyone wants to make a second character,
No.
this is the time to jump in.
Stop.
While we're still in the name
Do I wanna
area
make
of
a
everything.
second character?
Do you want to make
I
a
don't
second...
have my character sheet. I
This
can
is
make
the
a second
this is the time to do it if you want to
It
make a
is
second
fun.
character.
Oh yeah, they're talking about everyone else.
Chet, don't do this.
Too late. I'm determined.
Okay, cool. Hand the paper. We're gonna...
I need a writing implement.
Gerard will,
Writing implement.
Gerard will also make a character, and you have a table right by
It's a
you.
writing implement.
It is.
What happened to the rest of the pen?
Oh, it's a
What's your
stylist
character's name?
that writes.
Oh, I can get you a pencil.
What's your character?
This is what it is?
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Huh.
Gerard
looks like a freaking
so long to
stylist.
make a
Who
character.
does?
No, it's a
For a
fucking
second,
pen.
I thought... I like that Anthony said that was a fucking...
I didn't realize it was an actual.
Okay.
Are you saying there's something wrong with
Kirby
the pen?
said, and the glasses come... Ah, crap! He said, come on.
Are you saying there's something wrong with my pen?
No, I just said it looks like a 3DS stylus.
Oh. Well, it's a pen.
Yes, it is. I'm just saying.
Why are you so defensive about this pen?
Because I've had that pen for a while. Like,
Ever since my family got kidnapped by the wolf.
adding to the story.
One piece.
Let's see. Kirby said, "I'll be your distant healer." That has been his role for real. So don't forget, you got to put your superhero name, civilian name, and 3-sentence personality description, and then you'll be caught up with everybody else.
Gerard, it's gonna take so long to make a second character.
Not if I don't actually try.
Oh, he doesn't know how to work your pen.
Okay.
It's just a pen.
Are you memeing me? I'm being mean.
He hands him a stylus and
He
then
actually
goes,
gave me a stylus.
"This is a pen." Confirmed as a pen. If
Okay.
only someone had brought multiple writing
Wait,
utensils.
alright,
Okay,
Right
I have
there.
my last sentence.
It works on your cell phone, you say.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That would make
what
sense
that
if
is.
it were a stylus.
It is a style.
Wait, you added in your character?
Scavenger
We've
said.
all been
You added in
men.
your character?
My eat ability, I'm going to add heals 14 points of health.
Scav-
I need something to write with.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can
You have
I
your
my
3
last
sentences.
sentence.
Oh, bone.
Bro,
We can add character.
Yeah, you can have a second character. If you
can't believe
We
you.
can add it though?
No, you can't
I
edit
can't
it.
believe you.
That's what Collins did.
Well, what is he
He's writing
doing?
on what?
Yeah, it's writing on
What
the
surface?
phone.
What edit are you making?
It's paper. It's a blank piece
That's
of paper.
not paper.
I mean, he hasn't
It
played
feels like
yet,
paper.
so I
It's
guess
like-
yeah,
it's
it's
white
not.
like paper.
Oh, but
Yes,
what
it's
is your
not
third
paper.
sentence?
No.
Becca also appears to have a long-lasting passive dislike for Nightcat.
Hey, I like that you're putting it in. We got couple shit. Oh, Dozer, would you like to make a second character so you'll be able to play tonight?
I added
Why
this.
can't he play tonight? He doesn't have his stuff.
He doesn't have his stuff.
Not allowed to change
But if
the
you
powers
made a
of
guy
ability.
tonight,
I can remake my guy
Powers of ability.
just
I haven't used it
by
yet, so
looking
it
at the
doesn't
video.
yeah, you could watch the video and try and remake your dude.
matter. And nobody ever
We'll do
told me
that after this
I
and
just
then
added
jump
to
in.
it.
As long as he hasn't played yet, I think he's fine.
Notice I said appears to have a long-lasting passive dislike. So maybe
It's a
Sundar.
facade. Maybe you're a tsundere, is that what you said?
Also, with regards to the amount of healing it does, it would be based on the amount you roll, not just an arbitrary amount.
Scavenger said, would it be possible for the viewers to do the same? Yes, the viewers can all make a second character as well if they want to. While we do the stream, make sure to put it on the amino or in the comment section below. The live chat does
You
not
have
say.
an amino for this?
We do have an amino.
But you can't choose the number specifically.
Kirby
based
said,
on
be
the
careful of Winslow. He might have you kill yourself. He said the video is about 2 hours long. Good luck, Dozer. He just skips to the end where he read the whole thing. That's what he's doing right now.
Did I read the whole thing?
Yeah.
Wait, did you not? Because that would be a pain.
The 14 next to the pound.
Oh no, that's fine.
That's what I've been asking.
Okay,
So
I
what's
thought you,
the change?
I thought you had like something that was like 2, and then you were like, yo, 14.
So what's the change?
I just added that it says it heals 14 health specifically.
Okay, and
So it eats
Also,
you
was it
and you're
only one
inside of
sentence?
my belly and it heals me.
Was
did
it
you
also-
use the one comma? Or did you somehow do it without commas?
Because
You,
I also-
you understand that you can just put "and" in instead of a comma.
That's really gross.
Like literally, my third power can communicate with any non-human creature in its native tongue, and is so, and it does so
I
with
actually have a
complete
power
understanding
that
of
does
linguistics
that.
and dialect, with one automatic
Would you like to
victory
see
in
all my
convincing them to do what I want. That has no comma, and that takes up 5 lines.
Okay, you told me about
short
the
lines.
mind control, but you
I mean,
didn't
half
tell me about
line.
the spherical.
That's still like 2.5.
Half lines.
2.5
Sound like
lines.
Kirby said, well, I guess I won't need to heal you, Chris Pratt, because you have like a healing power.
I just eat things.
So once Gerard finishes his character's 3-sentence description, we can move on with the character creation portion.
I can't like actually.
Oh, let me get some dice.
But I can.
Please do.
Okay,
Make sure
pause
the
it.
actual D20s and not roll downs.
Oh, it can work either way.
I don't think roll downs are actually they're too consistent. Yeah.
They help me get a 40.
He has 40 health.
Strengthening opponents.
Because they're roll downs.
What even are these powers?
They're important life goals.
Oh, question. If you end up with more powers than what you want, can some of your powers serve as like passive powers as opposed to active powers?
All
You can just
powers are
donate them
active.
To your toad
All
friend.
powers are active.
Here, you can use my Celtic die.
No, active is in you must activate them. Passive means constant. Because you don't have to activate them. That's why this game doesn't have passive powers.
Yeah, I would have made a lot of.
Did
Takes
also,
away from
have passive powers?
I mean, the crystals sort of acted as that to a certain extent.
Very impressive.
Zeros. Nah, zero. You still
You
have
could
to.
have some passive crystals.
But the thing, like he's my friend. my business
Kirby said the power creation part can be a real bitch. He said it can take a long period of time. So you gotta roll 3d20 to determine your health.
Consciousness of like a speedster guy who's
So those are 2d20. So if you roll these two, and then roll them again and add them together, you'll have your health.
One of them again.
Kirby said Dozer knows this.
Don't you roll 3 dice instead of 2?
Well, she only has 2 right now. So you just roll one of them again, and you add all the numbers together, and that's your health. But you only have 2 dice.
I don't know if he's dead.
She's like, can I do it all? And I'm like, if you had a third one, like, yeah, you could definitely do it all at once.
So what am I rolling for?
Your health, like how much health you'll have. So you have 19 plus whatever you roll
No,
next.
19. And I roll 1?
Roll
Yeah.
one more, yes.
And then you add that to it.
Just this one?
Yeah, just that one. So you have 19 plus 11 as your health.
29.
19 plus 11.
36.
What?
19 plus 11.
That's 30, not 29.
Yeah.
Did she roll a 19 the first time, or was it a 13?
She rolled a
That's
13,
19
a 6, and
Okay,
then an
that's
11.
fine. That's the missing information.
Yeah. Yeah, you have 30 health.
30 health.
So you gotta write down that you got
Oh,
30
there you go.
health.
We're brothers.
Are you a toad?
No, I also rolled 40.
So you also have 40 health?
Yeah.
Nice.
Health brothers.
Health brothers. Equally vital.
Oh, what did Anthony roll for health?
He hasn't rolled, I don't think.
Oh, he hasn't rolled yet?
Where's it going?
I don't know.
Knocking on my door for something.
Oh, he's coming back.
I have a friend that lives here, and I told him the general location of this apartment place. He may
So
or may
that's
not
how
be
you can-
staring from outside.
Let's see.
There you go.
Scavenger said, do we roll for our power or keep 2 powers and 10 uses like for our last characters? Roll for your... Do like a full character sheet, Scavenger. Just follow...
Outside of my house, I want to know.
Yeah, just follow the normal how to create a Jank Heroes Funnifyic character instructions. Kirby said, I also have
You got
4
4 up here.
D20s because that totally helps. Anything that falls on the ground, you gotta reroll.
Throw it up.
16, 20,
My
what's that,
dice just fell
17?
everywhere.
17, yeah.
37?
Oh, you got 37 health? You almost were in the 40 club.
Nut. Oh.
Is that anything like the 700 Club or the Mile High Club?
The Mile High Club involves having sex in an airplane. Or I guess a helicopter. Or any other, I guess a spaceship.
Or
You
being
can't really
Angel.
do it in
Or
space.
jetpack.
Or being
You
an
could.
No,
You just have
Angel,
to be,
the
like,
character from...
attached.
But I mean, you can't ejaculate in
It's
space.
money.
You could try.
So
You can try.
But you'll never catch me.
Your character's starting money can be spent to buy things in shops.
Is there roll 2d20?
2D20.
That-
Pause.
5? 16. 16 whole dollar.
You got $16?
$16.
You rolled
That's
2D20
$4
to
more than
determine
me.
how much money you have.
So just roll these 2?
Yes.
Yep.
Those are 2d20s.
Dozer's face is like, ah!
Is that 37? 27. Sorry.
I have like a very similar one, but I don't have the handles on mine.
That's at 18 and 11, right?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so you got $29.
Oh,
You want to pass on Sam for me?
If I can do 5 a day. Dang.
27? What was it? 27?
29, I believe. 18 and 11.
Oh, you're about to write down your old information? Yeah. Cool. Do you need a writing surface?
Why do you have cards for your stuff as opposed to normal stuff?
Because I didn't have any paper in my room.
Oh, so you
Plus
just have a bunch
13.
of cards.
26.
Okay.
if I could-
Matt, do you mind if he uses your binder? I don't want him to poke a hole through the paper and then have to start over anyways.
I wouldn't start over if I poked a hole in the paper.
He'd keep writing on the sofa.
Don't write on my sofa. I've only got the one.
Sounds good.
And a half, I guess, with the low seat.
Or I guess
Oh,
that
okay.
works too.
He's donating his expensive laptop when we have
Right on the bottom of it?
a perfectly good binder that's less expensive to use.
What kind of... what generation MacBook is that, Winslow?
3 question marks.
3 question marks?
I don't know.
He doesn't.
But it has to be
Specifically
3.
3 question marks.
That is
Yeah,
a very
no more,
Aiden
no less.
answer.
I believe we're prepared to go to the next step, Judge.
Oh wait, has everyone rolled for money?
Yes.
Did you roll for money?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I make $7 a baby, and I feel like I'm getting
max
broke.
power usage of the game session. If you run out of power usages, you can no longer use your powers for the rest of the game session. You roll 1d20 in order to determine your max power usage of the game session.
Pause. Okay, so roll 1d20. It'll tell you how many times you can use your powers a game session.
What do you do if you
What?
just roll a 1?
You
Crit.
can only use your powers once a day if you only roll one.
What am
You're
Alright.
rolling 1d20 to
Time to
determine
get
how
lucky,
many times
folks.
you can use a power a game session.
How will I label that?
Power points or power usages have been the 2 things people have called it.
Power
I just-
usages?
Yeah.
I just say PP.
PowerPoint.
16.
Yeah, PP makes sense.
PP makes sense.
Oh.
You can use your powers 17 times a day.
Does he have a
What's your
1?
roll?
You gotta roll it on the table.
I'm trying.
16.
16.
Not
Ooh,
bad.
Nice.
More than
You can use your powers one less time a day than Serena.
and one more time.
Also got 16.
Oh, you also got
Maximum
16?
number of powers. This is the maximum number of powers you can have, and this is determined by rolling 1d20.
So now we roll for our number of powers.
Yeah, so
What
this
do we-
is how many powers
how do
you'll
we like
have.
this, like, power slot, maybe?
Max powers.
Max powers.
Yeah, is what you're rolling. So you're gonna
I've
roll.
got 5.
Yeah, and you're gonna figure out the maximum number of powers your character can have.
They're not overpowered. Wow.
12.
15?
Or at least not.
Or am I
as
too far
overpowered.
away? Oh, that's a
They're
13.
still sort
13.
of good.
So your max power
One
is
more roll,
13?
Anthony, to see how many powers
You have.
you have. Yeah.
The other one was how many power usages you have.
9.
Well, fuck me.
Let's see. Kirby said, I have 4 D20s because that totally helps. Scavenger said, do we roll for... Oh, yeah, I already answered that. Scavenger said, be right back. Kirby said, PP. Penis points, right?
Yeah.
And then he said, I like that die. Do you mean this die?
No, okay.
Here we go. Got it before it touched the ground.
Can you
On
make
my
a
toes.
hero that's just like based off of a person in real life?
As long as it's not like a fictional character, then yeah.
No, like a real person.
Yeah.
If I made another one, I'd just make it Dr. Phil.
Roll
And
this
he's
for
just like
each
Dr.
power.
Phil.
So for each power your character can have, roll 1d20. Powers can deal damage or use
Okay, it's going to be a lot of rolling.
the amount
Yep.
of damage your power can deal. So let's say you have 2 powers. You can roll 1d20 and roll a 16. Your first power is to deal 16 damage or use a special effect. Then let's say for your second power you roll a 4 on this 20. That means your second power can deal 4 damage or can use a special effect. Once
Okay, pause it. So for each power you have, so you can have 13 powers, right, on your sheet. You gotta roll a d20.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So you're gonna roll a d20 13 times,
He's the
and I'll tell you how much damage each power will do.
You got 13 powers.
The Way of a Wonder.
This?
Speaks
Yep.
flawless Japanese.
How should I write that down?
So the way Dozer did it is he like numbered down his page, so he went like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then next to each one,
You got so many.
you do have a lot of powers.
And that way you can like write out full descriptions.
Yeah, and then next to each one, you're gonna write whatever number you roll on the d20 for each one individually.
I don't feel
Oh, I think I'll
underpowered,
just
but at the
list
same
them
time, I
here
feel
and then I'll write them as I go.
Alright,
Okay.
let's get to rolling.
Apparently
We have
decided
to
be somewhat moderate
roll
with our
for
powers.
the amount of damage or
I wanted to have
effectiveness each
Yeah,
power.
but I also wanted
How many
to
slots
be
did you have?
challenged.
I got 9.
9. So yeah, you have to roll 9 times. You'll get a
Apparently
different
that's
value
how
for
it
each.
You have the power of God.
3.
Yeah. You got 3 powers or 3?
No, I got 3 damage on one. It's probably going to be an ability instead.
8.
11.
16.
17 damage.
I like seeing so many people building characters at the same time.
18 damage.
Imagine what's gonna happen when we get to Dungeons and Dragons.
18 damage.
3 damage.
Feels bad.
That's far bleeding.
There's like nothing in the middle. It's either high or it's low. Beast
It's
is
a lot
famine,
more
boys.
rigid.
15.
I mean, then again, this is like explicitly
Nice.
brawl.
Wow, I have one that only does 1.
20. I did it, Jet. I did it.
Nice.
I got there.
You got a fatal?
I got a 20, yeah.
Hey, more than
What does that say?
Jack,
Oh, I'm sorry.
how dare you?
The hay got me. I was like, that's excited. I
Did you
gotta capture
accidentally
this
film
moment. Yeah.
That was an illusion.
3. Never mind. I got 20 and then Fate was like, fuck you, dude.
Kirby said the one that appears hard to read is his favorite die.
Yeah,
The
dude.
skeletal one. Kirby
I got
said,
another 20.
yes, Winslow, hypnotize the camera.
Jet.
Kirby said my D20s are all Magic the
Got
Gathering
another
dice.
20.
You got another 20?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the life counters?
Mm-hmm.
I had multiple
Okay.
ways
I
to
mean-
deal 20 damage, Troy.
And then I got 3 right after, don't
treated me
worry.
well. I got some pretty good rolls on them.
Okay, 8. 17, 8.
I mean, the only
3,
bad
6,
roll I
11,
got for this
14.
entire thing was
Alright.
my number of powers. Everything else was at least.
So you got all 13?
One of mine only does 1. The most I have is 18 on 1.
So what you can do, instead of a damage dealing power, you can have a ability that doesn't deal damage but has some kind of special utility. So what you will want to do to minimize the amount of useless powers you have, because you don't want to like deal no damage to people, you turn that into like a kind of a skill instead to make it more useful.
Well, all powers can deal damage regardless of what they are, so I recommend making your special effects always useful. You could have a power that's literally like, when I take a shit, I don't have to wipe my ass, and then you can use that to like deal whatever amount of damage is next to it. You know, like your power doesn't have to be like inherently offensive thing. It can deal damage regardless.
To continue off of Jet's description, you basically wipe your ass and then throw the TP at the enemy, and that deals damage.
Well, you essentially don't wipe your ass, but I guess your opponent suddenly has the shit on them and they get hurt. Like,
I'm going to go pure DPS.
Okay.
That's not a sentence.
That is a sentence.
No, it's not.
How is it not a sentence?
Hot-headed but intelligent. That's not a sentence.
What's the subject of that fucking?
There's no subject.
It's an implied subject.
It's right there.
Hot-headed but intelligent.
That's nothing. Here's mine.
Oh, I see.
Kirby said, "Good job with." He said, "God job with that description, Nick. Good job."
God job. God too.
Literally, the only 20 I rolled was for my sidekicks.
Kirby said, "Oh, frick." Is everyone ready for the next step?
I'm just
I mean, we have our damage, but I don't think
We have to
we
come
have
up
like
with
actual
all
powers.
of these powers.
Well, we.
Effect description. You have one of these for each power. Powers can deal damage or use a special effect when used. Each power has a unique one-sentence description of their special effect. So essentially, you write a one-sentence description, one sentence, that determines what your power special effect is.
Pause.
Location of your base. There is one of every.
Pause. Matt, what were you doing? You have one job, Matt.
I hit that X button, Jet. What do you want?
So, essentially, Serena, for each of your powers, you need a one-sentence description of what it does. Oscar Gutierrez said, "Sup, remember me?" And I was like, "Yes, I do remember you, Oscar. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you."
You said, and I was like, as if you said it before.
Kirby said, one sentence, 5-line sentences, right? But try to keep commas to a minimum. But for each of your powers, you need a one-sentence description of what it does. The amount of damage it does will go in order of, like, your list. So the first sentence power you do will do 4 damage, and the second one will do 12, so on and so forth. Again, try to keep commas to a minimum. You can have a maximum of 1 comma.
Minimum.
Maximum.
So yeah, you gotta write
Or just do
13
pro strat and
sentences,
use and.
Oh,
one
it's
for
a
each
good
power.
thing I have more than 1 comma.
Oscar did the Star Trek hand.
And I abuse parentheses.
Well, you guys don't do that. That's not right. Ew. Kirby said maximum power. So yeah, I suppose Serena's currently thinking of like her powers and what she wants for her character.
Help me.
Help you think?
You've got 16 powers. This is gonna take her.
She has 13 powers. Thank you very much. So what would you like to do? Like if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Well, what would be useful for my terrible person?
For your ruining people's days sounds like what you would want.
But I want it. I don't want it to be too easy for me to ruin people's day.
You want it to be harder to ruin people's day.
Yeah, I don't like it. Would just be too easy, you know. If I just.
Oscar asked, "Are these all of your friends?" Oscar, who the fuck do you think I am? A NEET? I have significantly more friends than just what are in this room.
I have an idea. Maybe her powers are counteractive of her intentions.
So they like help people?
Yeah.
That would make you more of a hero character. That definitely.
Yeah, but
That's
she-
good.
I will when I get done. I have a lot to think about.
Oscar said,
single power.
"Ha ha 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 ha."
Or you guys do that.
Very
or
similar powers. You guys have very similar
Kirby
powers.
said, "Don't make it so
So you're
people
also
can just
supposed-
choose to kill themselves." He has a power that makes people kill themselves.
Hey, it has more range than that. I just generally choose to make people
So feel free to be overpowered. Think of powers that you think are really broken and give yourself those. That's my recommendation to everyone in this room. But maximum 1 comma, no commas.
Jet.
But like having a good time and not blazing through everybody.
I actually went the extra mile and drew my character.
I like that Dozer is
I'll
like
probably draw my
has it with subtitles.
So you said regardless.
We're almost there.
So we're trying to make really broken powers, right?
Yeah,
How can
because
broken powers fit with like low rolls?
I like it.
just give them really good utility.
What was that?
I was just gonna say, in your playthrough so far,
Just like send them to the sun as
has
well.
your character, like, is your character normal for the?
Oh, I have not played any of them yet. Like, this is gonna be my first session. At
Oh,
least
he
with
drew a
this
picture of
version
his character.
At least with this version.
The people at home haven't seen the picture of your character yet.
Oh.
Can you move it away from Matt, who doesn't like to be on camera?
Oh, good point.
So this is what Q's character is in Jank Hero's Funnifyic.
Turbo Toad.
It's actually alright fanfic or fan art compared to everything else.
It's not like I'm an art major or anything.
I mean, it's considerably better than what Jet's been doing for all of us.
Kirby said, if I were to give myself another power, I would have a power to revive a target. Oscar said, shh, say it quietly. Serena's pretty, but that's weird. But sorry to tell you, she's your friend. You should be like, sorry to tell her boyfriend. He's sitting right next to her. Kirby said, he looks angry.
Turbo Toad? Yeah, Turbo Toad's paranoid. He like causes traffic just because
But yeah,
one of the persons.
that's her boyfriend, your boy Dozer. But I don't think she's like offended or anything. You gave her
What
a
am I
compliment.
offended by?
He called you pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, see?
Hey, do you mind double checking my powers?
Kirby
What's
said
my-
he looks angry. What the fuck?
Too many sentences.
Stab, powerful stab, even more powerful stab, not as powerful stab, a slightly more powerful stab, a better but still room for improvement stab, a normal stab, poke stab, God stab.
So why is powerful stab more power, or even more powerful stab more powerful than God stab?
Is it even
More powerful than God. They're even more powerful than God stab.
Exactly. What?
It's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan stab.
Scavenger said might had more lore to the Gremlins with this characters. Oscar said, "Aww," because it was cute. You like hugged Dozer.
What should my power be?
You want to know what is cute? Elf girls, they're dead though.
I was saying.
Kirby said, "But well done, Chris Pratt." In response to your drawing, Oscar said, "He's Oslo pretty." Ha 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 ha. No homo. He said
David?
Dozer's pretty. Yeah.
Oh, David is pretty.
Scavenger said he might add some more lore to the Gremlins with his new character. Then he said, "Oops." So you need help with your powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Name a power that you would want to have in real life.
The power to make more powers at will.
You can't have more than 13 powers.
Can I use parentheses to define the stabs a little better?
Please, sir.
Wait, you can just define them, like in the sentence.
I think one power would be
Greek stab.
Greek stab.
the ability to
Strawberry stab.
sense emotions.
Sure. That's a perfectly great power.
Okay.
Gerard's thinking.
Wait, so you said that
Bad intentions.
even if it's not a power that would deal damage, like it can deal damage anyway?
Yeah, you can have invisibility and that
So
shit
what-
will still deal damage.
So like, how does that deal damage?
The power of
You
love
sense their
compels you.
emotions and then you just fucking tell them how you feel. Like how they feel. You feel really happy about your day! And you're like, that's so invasive, why would you...
Okay.
Kirby said, I might add more powers, and then it says in all caps, you can't have more, Winslow! No! He gave himself Wolverine key claws. Oh, no. Oscar said, my power will be invincibility. Do people can stop bullying me? I'm sorry that people bully you, Oscar.
Wait, how should I write this as a sentence? Like, how should I start the sentence?
Kirby said the Jeopardy theme plays. So, the way you described it was, can sense people's emotions.
But that's not a sentence.
You're right. I can sense people's emotions.
I'm trying to see if I can.
Becca can sense people's emotions.
I mean, you don't have to write it in third person, but you can if you want to.
Yeah.
Because you are Becca.
I'm not Becca. Becca's the opposite of me.
I said user in mine.
Yeah.
Oh, user. That,
The
see how that's
user
what I
would
was.
have to be.
Thank you. Okay. User can sense. But then all of them are just gonna start with user can.
Yeah. Those are like, that's my thing.
It's about what the power does. It's not about how you wrote it. Or actually,
It is about how you
It's about how you wrote it.
but it's not about how it sounds. Like if it sounds stupid the whole time, I mean, as long as it works. It could sound really stupid, but just be really overpowered because you worded it that way.
Because I used user.
No,
You said because I worded it that way.
So yeah.
I was talking about if it was overpowered because of how you worded it.
But that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That's what I'm.
Don't worry, you're not in the shop.
I'm not talking to you.
Kirby said, Serena, remember, we aren't grammar Nazis.
I'm not being a grammar Nazi.
Who's not a grammar Nazi?
God,
I'll
stop.
fuck up somebody's typos.
But I like God stuff.
I'm just trying to write it as a sentence because he said to write it as a sentence.
You right. One sentence. Chill with the commas. It's that time. Oscar said, I love you, bye, I gotta go. Keep up the good work. Yo, thank you kindly. Hope you have a great day,
Wait.
Oscar.
So should it be something that's always accurate or not? Because I could like do something where I
You
roll to
always
see
have
if
to
it's
check for your
accurate.
powers.
What do you mean?
Like, should I, whenever I sense people's emotions, do I always sense it accurately?
Do you always sense it accurately?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless someone resists. People can resist your power.
Okay, okay.
Right now I have it on the sketch filter, so everyone looks like a drawing.
How does healing work again? I remember Colin said he did something that healed him a certain amount.
You heal the amount that your power would deal damage.
Got you. Eats hockey.
Eats Pocky. Heal.
Right now I'm using the sketch filter on everybody.
User can sense other psychological state. There we go.
Okay.
Kirby said, what happened to my eyes?
Good. 12 more powers to go.
Oop, now we're back to normal.
Wait, so when I write how much damage it does, how should I write that? Just the
Oh.
number?
Yeah, you just take the number from the list and you put it right there. You have
But
to do
should-
it in order of
Yeah,
the list.
but should it
Yeah.
be like 4 and then like an abbreviation for damage?
Well, I mean, as long as you remember its damage, it's fine.
I'll just...
Kirby said, I just heal a target for 12. Scavenger said, done. It should be all on Amino. Wow, Scavenger has already made an entire character. I wonder, how many powers does your new character have, Scavenger?
3 more.
Give me that one. I don't want to.
Scavenger said he has 6 powers on his new character. That's cool. Oop, don't forget, Serena, you still got 12 more powers.
What should I do for my next?
What is a power that you would really want? Kirby said, shut up, other me. Because he heard that I answered a Kirby thing in the other video. But, what is another power that you always wanted? I mean, you literally can have anything you want that you can fit in one sentence. Please keep commas to a minimum. 1 comma maximum.
I don't know, you didn't say that before.
Yeah, don't throw in a bunch of commas. Hey, easy job.
You've given up your roles some time.
Whoops, right now Dozer's recreating his character by just watching the video of his character being built.
You're not telling me how much number 4 and 5 do.
Do you read your sheet at the end?
I don't think so.
Alright, Winslow, help me out. Got one power slot open. It's 15 damage or any other ability.
Can I see what your other ability is?
Please do.
Sweet.
The Weeble Wonder is.
Nick, help.
He is.
Yeah, but Serena, name something. What is something you wish you could do right now as a power?
You know what? I'm just gonna call my mom. I'm gonna tell her to go find it and.
No, just make a new guy.
Yes.
It's that. He's not gonna tell my mom to find it.
Explosion, nuclear, next. 1. Can teleport anywhere by tipping.
Oh,
4.
David.
Maze.
Okay.
18. Kicks 1,000 times in 1 second. Casual.
Casual.
15. 20. Teleports behind and stabs.
Nothing
3.
personnel.
Makes a 20 quick draw wind slash that.
Wait, makes A is 3?
Hmm?
Your 3 is makes A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes A. Like the letter?
Oh.
20 is makes A.
Oh, I never finished that one. No, that's the 3.
Yeah, that's why I said 3 is makes A.
I'll get around to that eventually.
Okay.
Makes A. Like, I didn't define it. What do I make?
Make A's.
Nullifies other powers
Serena.
with baleful store.
I know you want
Stay.
powers.
Okay. 15.
What
That's the power I want.
Is that the only one you want?
I can't think of any.
Kirby said do it, Dozer. He is doing it. He's calling
He
his mom
is.
right now. I'm very surprised.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, Serena. So do you want all your powers to be emotion based?
Any one person. Yeah.
Well, I want
You and
some
me,
that
Russian
will
roulette.
make sense with
But he always
dealing
wins.
damage.
I just thought it was gonna be good
You could have a power that makes
Yeah.
someone
Okay,
feel emotions
that
they
sounds
don't
better.
want to feel.
Can manipulate people's
and
psychological
it's like
state.
weeaboo type. Like that's the
Yeah.
that's the meat. Okay. Right.
When Dozer's like, I want to move through. So did your mom not pick up?
She's taking pictures of them.
One thing that I found helpful. I mean, you'll.
I'm not
already have
surprised. His
sidekicks,
mom's really
but, like,
nice.
She
if
is
you
really
can-
nice,
if you'll
and
have,
that's why I
like,
feel so
a
bad.
One person or
Dozer,
one
you
of
can
your
just remember.
sidekicks that you can like call on at will,
My
like
piercing
teleport to you
hurts,
or
I'm
like
dying.
make show up. Because that saved me like in one of my episodes.
I'm sorry.
I have an idea.
I got you.
Alright, thank you.
Wait, can I do damage with a time?
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that too.
Can you do damage?
There's
with
no poison style effects in this.
So no bleeds you do?
No
Yeah.
blades. What about nuclear radiation?
No, it's the same premise. There's no damage over time. That was the question. You were like, what if it was a different damage over time? I was like, no, there's no damage over time. This is not a concept in the game. AoE is a concept.
What is that?
Area of effect. Like doing a power and saying, like, and people, like, in the surrounding area get fucked.
And everybody dies.
Scavenger's posting a bunch of stuff about his character. He said, civilian name, Mag Hero. That's your civilian name? No, civilian name Mag. Hero name does not have one.
No, that's the thing. Does not have one.
Powers. Turns anything of his choice to mud and can teleport.
Yeah.
What?
It's a very slippery slope.
Can spawn in 2 mud creatures.
Alright. I'm getting somewhere.
Can smoke super blunts
No,
for
15's
super
still,
strength.
15's still blank.
Scavengers
How much longer
better.
until we're ready?
I do have a sidekick
Um,
with summoning power.
Like, is
They're-
everybody still making powers?
They're still making
I'm on
powers
the
and
last
everything.
power.
She's
Okay,
on her
I got enough
third
time to
power.
make use of my facilities.
Yeah, Kirby said, I use AoE. Scavenger said, is immune to negative effects of marijuana.
That sounds like a passive. You should correct that.
You'd have to activate that, like, as you were smoking, yeah.
I will say.
Can
do you
spawn
have
super
anyone that
blunts.
lets
They
you,
give
like,
super
escape
strength to
something?
those
Is
who
that
are
what you
worthy.
use?
He can
So it's like
teleport
the
anywhere
Milnir of marijuana.
Does that have to do with,
Vehicle,
like, the stat?
anything I turn mud to,
No,
Does
just
that-
you're
is
a
that
worthy
like the
hero.
No,
anything I
teleport
turn to
behind
mud
you
can
and
teleport
teleports
me or
behind
people
you.
of my choosing. What were you saying?
That's a you're a worthy hero.
It's a you're a worthy hero.
You've got a
Take
heal
these
thing.
spectral
You've got
blunts.
teleportation.
Oh my gosh, the new candy.
Vehicle things maybe, because something I fucked up with. My vehicle's, like, my base is in the sky, and my vehicle, which is just normal, is also in the sky.
Sure.
So I have to, like, drive my vehicle off something that's in the sky to get it. So maybe something where you, like, spawn a vehicle, or just, like, spawning things in general is probably
Yo.
a good way to go.
One of Colin's most OP things is his vehicle.
Yeah.
He's
I have a
like, oh, Yeah.
So, you know how, like, in Magic the Gathering, they have, like, instant cards where
Sure.
you can, like, do something when it's someone else's turn?
In response.
Is anything like that in this game?
Reaction.
It depends on how your sentence is written. Because Dozer has a thing, not Dozer, Winslow has a thing where he can make you undo a decision you've made, but
After
only
it's
after you've made it.
Not only after it's happened, even after it's happened.
So, you can do stuff like instant.
Yeah, it just has to be the way you wrote it.
Okay, yeah, I was
So
just
you
wondering
know-
if I could write it that way.
Yeah.
So she brings up an interesting point. You know how in D&D you can prep an action to be done in response to something else happening? So could you have a power that was like upon taking damage does so and so? So you don't have to actually do it at the point of you taking damage because you've already activated the ability.
It sounds like you're writing it in a way to where if I just have someone who keeps hitting you, it'll keep using up your power usages.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll die eventually.
Sure. Yeah, you can write stuff like that.
Alright.
Yeah. I mean, it just sounds like if you were purposely trying to conserve your usages and then somebody hits you, it's like, ah, fuck, they, like, caused my thing to activate and they used my power usage. It just takes a lot of, like, user choice out of
Use it
it.
as like a toggle thing. You can turn it on when you want, when you like know you're gonna be hit a couple of times, and then you can turn it off when you don't want to be using it every time you get hit.
But wouldn't it use another
Power to turn.
power
To turn it on and off?
Yeah.
Would it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's but
Scavengers.
no, yeah.
Scavenger said base location, the Springdale Weed Shop, superhero suit, hoodie, t-shirt, 3D sunglasses, possible sidekick 4, total number of powers for each sidekick 2, how many uses for each sidekick's power 7, Springdale apartment floor 19, money 11, max power usage is 10, number of powers 6, power damage, mud transformation is 20, mud teleportation is 3. He says the only affects who he wants, otherwise it's just a normal teleporter. And then Mud Summon does 18 damage. You deal 18 damage upon just summoning them?
Mud, come to me.
Okay, you want to hear the power I just wrote?
Yeah.
Hit us.
My 18 damage power is user can redirect others' target for power upon any turn using blackmail.
Using blackmail?
Like
I'm gonna hit you with my laser vision. Not if I show your child porn to the police. Did you say you redirect their power with blackmail?
Mm-hmm.
So they were gonna hit you with laser vision,
And then they
but
were
you
like,
showed their
"Yes,
child.
sir."
You're like, I'm gonna show your child porn to the police, and the lasers like come back and hit them. The lasers see the child porn and go, oh no!
Like I can redirect like their move to target someone
So
else.
she's blackmailing their
Oh, to hit
bats.
anyone else.
Yeah.
So the lasers would
I can
almost hit
redirect
you,
the target.
and you'd hold up the kiddie porn, and then it would like hit a criminal.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's like your super deflect dozer, but convoluted, but more effective because you can use it to hit anyone.
Yeah, and all of mine have been related to psychology in some way.
Which is
why
cool.
there's blackmail. Because that's psychological. So all of mine so far is user can sense others' psychological state. User can manipulate others' sense of self-identity and values. User
Holy
can
shit.
manipulate others' emotional state. And user can redirect others' target for power upon any turn using blackmail.
I really want you to use the changing values thing so that Winslow stops making people kill themselves.
I was just
What
gonna
does he
say,
do?
You have, like,
He just
biz
tells them to
type
kill
stuff,
themselves when
right?
they-
No, I'm saying, what does he do
Like,
once his
do you
values
have any
get
powers
changed?
that are based on that type stuff?
No.
You should go procreate. You
I
need
might
to make
change
babies
my
right
name.
now.
Let's see. Scavenger said Mud Summon is the 2 mud monsters. He said Super Blunts. He put a 0 next to it, but that's actually impossible. And then he said immune to Super Blunts. And he also put a 0 next to that, which is also
I
impossible.
think he's marking his abilities that aren't damaging abilities as zeros just for the sake of clarity.
That's so weird. Because they
You know,
can. They
I
can.
could change my person's hero name to Princess Psyche.
Yeah, now that it like makes more sense. Princess Fizz is interesting because if you apply it to like psychological, it's like she fizzes your mind,
I have a
man.
question.
It's like your mind is a soda and she shakes it up.
That's true. I could leave it as Princess Fizz.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So I have an ability. It does 3 damage. It's not a damaging ability. the ability is convincing any one person to play Russian roulette. How much damage does Russian roulette do if they shoot themselves in the head?
Whatever amounts next to that power.
3 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, 3 damage.
Yeah, those are
They
some-
shoot. They have the chance to shoot themselves in the head, and if they do,
They're
it does
actually
3
just shooting themselves
damage.
with a cork gun.
Well, let me change this to actual useful ability.
Yeah, if you had a higher number power, that would be really crazy.
I mean, I have a
No,
couple
draw,
of
just
things.
keep it and have them shoot themselves with cork guns.
Kirby asked, "How do you get zeros with D20s?" And Scavenger said, "What Gerard said. It's a power that doesn't do damage, or at least one that he won't use to deal damage."
Like a true third grader.
Wouldn't you want to do that on your 18?
I think Anthony and Winslow teaming up to make powers is really
I
interesting.
added on to this because
No,
just in
powers
case
are
I
done
can't
like
think of
5
something to
minutes in
blackmail.
power trees.
Just in case I can't think of something to blackmail, I said or other
I
psychological
might,
threats.
I might change
So-
that on the bottom since apparently
That's just in case
the
I can't
Russian
think of
roulette only does 3 damage. So I might change it to something else.
Makes sense.
Yeah, otherwise I'm done.
Oh, what were you doing? Also, your pencil fell as soon as you put it down.
I just thought it said makes a sidekick. And it's just
It's a sidekick.
you're just like building them with like sticks.
You should listen to this new anime. Please don't. My last character on Jank Heroes did a lot of building.
Nice. Was that like his thing?
It's like Jesus' carpentry.
Yeah, so his name was Menace Day, and he could emulate feats from the Bible.
I don't know.
And in our first session, the city of Springdale got destroyed, and Menace Day like prayed to God, and God like didn't answer the phone. So then he prayed to Jesus. Jesus was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Jesus, help me." And Jesus was like, "Pick up the hammer and start building." And he rebuilt the entire city, like in an instant.
The flash for building.
That's actually a thing in Jank Heroes now. A flash for building.
I like it.
Yeah, somebody like half their body got
How late do you
destroyed.
plan to
And
stay
you like
here?
rebuilt
I built the other half back, yeah. Which
With
made
a
up
hammer.
wood.
How late do you guys plan to hang
hammer
out?
and nail. That's all you
We
need.
were hoping to like.
Are you leaving, Matt?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
listening.
Have a great night, Matt.
Bye.
I love you.
How late do you plan to hang out?
We said that we would probably like end around 10, but we probably won't end until later than that,
Okay.
due to how late it currently is.
Yeah.
Kirby said Serena is using the mind as a source of power. She could totally be like Winslow and have mind manipulation. Then Kirby said, "Bye, Mr. Hand." Then he said, "Frick, Mr. Hand," because the first time he said, "Bye, inner hand."
I mean, I kind of do have mind manipulation in certain ways. It's just more specifically written towards specific, different manipulative things.
Have a great night.
See ya.
I like how he said, "Uh-huh." Have a great night. Yeah. Real quick, I'm going to get some water, the tur of water.
We playing a session today?
Because it's Colin's house, he calls main character, which means everyone else is just like another hero in the world that watches him through his subspace communicator, and you can like talk back to him and even meet up with him and help him out and stuff like that.
Wait, so it's not like a D&D thing where like if you split up it would just continue to her storyline?
Nope. The way Jank Heroes works, it's like you're reading the comic that's for Q's character, and there are other characters in the comic, but it's always about Q, because it's like, this is essentially Q's first issue.
But you can
But
just
then-
like show up whenever?
Yeah, because he has a subspace communicator that connects to all the other heroes, and you guys all also have subspace communicators. So the whole time he's doing stuff, you can react and be like, "Hey, like, that may not be a good idea." Or, "Oh, I'll be right there. Like, I noticed that you're in some shit." Yeah.
What should my next power be?
Anything that has to do with emotions and is overpowered. You gotta be overpowered. Everyone's doing overpowered. He does a god stab. Sounds overpowered as fuck.
But it's not even his most powerful stat.
Yeah, my slightly more powerful stat is the powerful stat.
Oh,
Wait,
Serena,
no, it's
what is
it's
something
better.
that you think is overpowered?
Alright, how... Seriously?
She's still making powers.
Right, she's got 13 of them.
Yep.
Did you not, like, consider that when you were coming up with that mechanic?
It's interesting. I don't know. I feel like if I had the chance to write like 20 powers, I already have a good idea, so I would just write 20 powers.
Jed, all of your fictional characters are superheroes. You just, like, literally recycle them. Where's
Oh,
Matt
Matt
left?
had to leave. Yeah, it got too late for Matt.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate.
Well,
I want to do a power that has like a downside to it for me, but is like also overpowered toward other things.
Okay, so pick something you don't want to happen, and then pick something you really want to happen, and just put them together with an and.
Makes people trip on the map.
I piss
Or a
myself, but everyone else dies.
What about like you come up with like a really
Why do all of your
something that you feel
Jed,
bad
why do
about
all of your
it,
ideas
like,
have something to do with excrement?
Well, she wanted a disadvantage, but she wanted it to be overpowered. So the disadvantage has to be less than that. She can't be like, I die, but so does everyone. Oh, it froze.
Oh.
Hey, there we go. Hey, hey, hey,
It got too extreme. I couldn't handle it.
Back with the soup. Now we're back with the soup. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now we're back with the soup. Superman, something, 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 something. One can at a time. Oh.
I was like, forgot the rest of the song.
I want to do user feints, but everyone in a so-and-so radius, like, pays extra attention to me. So, like, what radius should I do?
The world.
Like, they drop what they're doing to, like,
Pay attention.
as, like, just pay attention.
Like, I'm not really.
100-foot radius.
Like, no matter, oh, okay,
The Milky Way.
you think that's good?
That sounds great. Kirby said,
How far is 100 feet? I can't imagine that.
more than this room.
This room is probably, what, 50 square feet? Like, considering this entire little area?
Kirby said Nick already wants to make a gypsy character. Yeah, I'd probably make my gypsy dude. Scavenger said, oh yeah, did I mention that I'm playing as Punky's little brother? Sup, boy. Then he said 5-mile radius. He went hard.
I said 300 feet.
Okay. So you're playing as your other character's little brother, but you're better than your other character? That's interesting. Scavenger said a 10-story building is roughly 100 feet. Kirby said your radius should be the world! Everyone on the planet stops what they're doing to pay attention to you fainting.
There's literally crowds lined up. Like, let me see.
That would cause so many car crashes at once.
Everyone just gets out of their car.
Yeah. People flying their airplanes just crash into each other.
The the ambulance comes, but they're like, we gotta
The
go
world
see.
just ends.
Hey, I gotta do brain surgery. No, that's not
Okay,
too bad.
you wanna
as
hear
long
it?
as I can help. Ah!
User faints, but everyone within 300 feet drops what they're doing to pay attention to her and remain distracted for 1 round of turns.
And a game that doesn't have turns, that's really weird.
It doesn't have turns?
Last part, no.
Well, how does
Stuff
it
just
go?
kind of happens.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, it is sort of turn, right?
I don't know. The world reacts to you and you react. I mean, that's like saying everything's turns.
Well, but like, no, but so like if Colin's doing something, like, 'cause
We
he's
can't
the
just
main
interrupt
character.
him and
Yeah,
start
I
doing
can just
stuff
be
with
like,
it.
Unless
and I'm
it's
just
in our
running
power.
up and stabbing him like 45
Why can't you
times
guys
in a
all
jump.
just do things at the same time?
Because then everyone would be talking and
Yeah, we all be talking at the same time. It's like, hey, and before he does that, I want to do this.
Well, maybe.
I know what he did was for a lot of his powers, he ends them with, for as long as I want.
Well, because then I felt like otherwise you'd be like, and then it wore off like 3 seconds later.
And then you died.
So I mean, yeah.
Remains distracted until she decides to get up then.
Okay, and I decide to nerf myself with powerful staff.
Remember, one sentence.
It is one sentence.
Oh no, I was talking about Anthony to make sure.
He nerfed himself.
He nerfed himself?
I nerfed a power.
Let me point the camera.
So
So, read your new power sets.
Okay, all of them or just the one I nerfed?
All the ones you made longer than just like a couple words.
I'm gonna save the nerf for last. Number 3, deals 18 damage and pierces armors and illusions. Can I do that?
Sure, why not? Why would it? Yeah.
Awesome. Not as powerful stab, deals 3 damage and stops time.
Whoa. Just forever? Like, deals 3 damage and stops time, and so time never
before
moves.
you like go, I would make sure to include that you're not also stopped in time, because then you'd just be fucked.
Maybe I
Nobody
want
could
to
do
die.
it.
I'm edgy. Okay.
The ultimate move.
Commit suicide, final ability.
Number 6, a better but still room for improvement stab, deals 11 damage and insta-kills target.
What? Still room for improvement? Immediately kills whoever I hit.
It can be better. It's good, but it still would be better. I changed number 7 to Angry Edge Boy Noses. Deals 4 damage and increases chance of nullifying powers directed towards him. Number 8, God Stab, deals 14 damage and hit everyone who has ever existed ever.
Including yourself.
Everyone in existence gets hit for 14.
So what
Not in
happens?
the same time period.
Yeah. Christopher Columbus never discovers a new world because he's
got
busy
stabbed.
He should have had his health points up there.
The entire timeline just gets fucked.
Scavenger said making a picture for a mag of Mogwai. Or
Guys, I hate to
Mogwai.
interrupt, but this is just too important not to mention.
Mhm.
This is a screen grab of the Star Wars Clone Wars TV series,
Mhm.
and it's asking Anakin, would you rather they call you in to train the younglings? And his response is, are you crazy? I'd probably kill them. This was in the show. This was in the show. What the fuck?
That's a
He said to me.
Wait, is that the one that was like 3D?
The animated one.
CGI one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Kirby said, you seem like a very dangerous one there, Anthony.
Maybe. Number 9.
The Edge Boy.
The power of God and anime guides me. Deals 13 damage and blinds everyone in the world, bolded, while dispelling all things. I forgot to put things.
While dispelling all.
And my nerf move would be number 2, Powerful Stab. Does 17 damage and explodes testicle.
What happens when you run out of testicles?
I can't do Powerful Stab.
I mean, fuck, you didn't even say you explode your own testicles. Like, you just...
Any
deal 17
Testicle in the
damage.
general vicinity.
Deal 17 damage and somebody's testicles are going away.
Okay.
You feeling lucky?
I'm gonna buff the scope.
Kirby said, I don't think my heals will be enough if he's around. We gotta kill him, but everybody's out of powers. He's like, but if I hit him, everyone here has less than 14 And everyone says, just use not that one. And it's like, but this one will kill him, I'm
It's
sure.
fine, guys. I'll see you on the other side. Everybody in the party has less than 14 health.
And less than 1 testicle.
And less than 1 testicle. There are no more testicles between us.
I think the hard edge would be like, he has 1 power, where it's like, all my enemies now have 14 health. And then he uses the stab that hits everyone for 14.
Heals 14. Does 14
Here's
damage.
that, right.
I'll do that.
Oh, Winslow, here is your MacBook. Here is your macaroni and cheese book. I once was watching like a political conference, and this one woman said, we gotta cover our micro issues and our macaroni and cheese issues, and she like kept going, right? No one laughs, she doesn't laugh, no one smiles. I was like, how is that not a joke? I never, and I was really blown away. I was like, what is this? Shut up. That's how I
You
feel.
just caught it. That was supposed to hit you.
Oh, did you finish your sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So your mom sent you like all your sheet stuff? If only you had just brought it. Well, now you have a sheet. Now it's on paper. I don't think your heels will be enough for Anthony either.
I hate every motherfucker that should be messed with. I hit everyone that's ever existed before seeing me. And then I blow up my own testicles.
Everyone can either have one or less than one testicle.
Can you not do that move twice?
He goes to Burger King. He's like, "Do you have the ranch stakeout, King?"
Okay, I got 2 more powers.
House cake.
I got 2 more powers.
Oh, nice.
User can cause others to hallucinate anything of her choice, and user can cause others to be delusional with any delusion of her choice.
Oh. Gerard was like, "Oh, how do you feel about those powers, Gerard?"
The second one sounds like it can be used to a very interesting effect.
I like the one where she changes people's values. That really fucks with me.
Yeah.
You fight a villain and it's like, you don't actually enjoy hurting people. Nothing about you would motivate you to do this. And he goes, "Damn, you're right."
Wait, is the delusion just permanent? Like forever they just think that?
It doesn't say, it doesn't have a duration.
Is the default permanent? What is the default?
You want to be as specific as possible to avoid me just picking whatever time I want. It doesn't say it's not
Make it
amount of time.
True.
Kirby said, "Hallucinate that Kid Boo is 2 feet in front of you." He said, "Oh gosh, no."
At first I was thinking like Boo from like Mario, like the ghost.
It was 2
He's
feet in
coming
front.
for me.
And he was like, "Oh, okay."
He's laughing maniacally.
What the hell was that noise?
That was Boo laughing maniacally. Not Majin Boo, but Mario Boo.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. I buff number 2, and I buff number
Of
3.
anyone in the vicinity.
Yes.
And number 3.
Yes.
While growing a testicle on the
Wha- You have something to restore your testicles?
I have something that can just make infinite amount of testicles.
Wait,
I don't know
infinite?
about
Well, growing a testicle on a random player every time I use it.
But it's a random player.
I like
Yes.
how different the 3 characters that just got created are.
Gerard took it kind of seriously, I assume.
I'm somewhere between the meme and the serious. I'm pretty serious, man.
I am too tired to think seriously, so testicles and stabbing.
And I'm over here like, if you were all toads, I'd be overpowered. But since you're not all toads, I'm pretty balanced.
Oh, poor toad man.
It's okay. I'm the only one with any sort of visual representation.
The personnel kids, but
I don't want to see myself.
Oh wow, that seems very emotional. I'm like changing the filters on like the eye. Kirby said, "Oh gosh, my eyeballs." Cinematic. Boring. Maybe using crack. Definitely using crack.
Surefire using crack.
When Serena goes hard on her character, and in her first session, she's like, "I'm a psychic."
It's not too uncommon.
Kirby said photo negative. Yep, that is one of the filters. That's the one where I said he definitely was using
But
crack.
wait a second. If you just did a turn-based thing, you could also do it when everyone has their own storylines.
Nope, not at the same time. That's horrible.
Why?
I never
Okay.
liked that about the indie.
So I changed both of them to end with, for as long as she chooses, as long as she is awake. So, like, the effects don't last if she's asleep. Like, she has to be able to be awake to control them having the hallucination or delusion.
I'll be right back. Hydration. But keep up the good work. Enjoying it so much.
How many more powers do you have?
I'm halfway done.
Oh shit.
what you could do, you could only have her using half her powers for this session, and think up the rest of your powers for your own campaign?
No editing after you've played. Put all your powers on.
Is it a request or a rule?
That's a rule.
I don't think it's in that video, Judge.
Nah, this is there. I also forgot to include you guys putting your majors in the video. We all got majors. This is the thing.
What's your major, Anthony?
Stab. No.
Stabology.
Stabinology.
Stab analogy, is that like forensics?
Almost.
Is this
but
comfortable?
Yeah, it's not bad.
You guys are adorable.
Oh, thank you.
You see, you just do what I do and call your major todology, the study of everything in existence.
Wait, when did you say something about the major? Did you already say that in the video?
No,
forgot
it's
to
not
mention
even in the video. I forgot to put
Oh.
it. You'll do that at the end.
You should probably make an updated version of the video that includes that dimension.
I can hear you living, or I guess dying. It's both things.
Well, that depends on how
If you
old
heard him
you are.
dying, there would be no sound.
Well, I mean, aren't we
Or
all
extremely
actively dying?
violent sounds.
To actively die is for your heart to stop it.
Does blacksmith count as a
Major?
You
Yeah.
could be
You're majoring in
welding,
blacksmithing.
yeah.
I don't want to be welding. I want to be a blacksmith.
See.
Because you're edgy.
Kirby said, "Can my major be like Dr. Velian Crowler and have dueling as your major?" Yeah, you can study Yu-Gi-Oh. Dozer's holding shoes like a baby.
Baby's whole shoes.
He's edging around. No, he's holding the shoes as if the shoes are like a baby. He's holding the shoe. If he was holding the shoes like a baby, I feel like that nigga would be like,
How long has the stream been going?
This stream has been going for 1 hour, 21 minutes, and longer seconds than the last time I looked at it.
So you could do
I
like
love how you
one half
tried
of your
and failed.
powers all psychological, one half of your powers also.
I know, great.
All what?
So
Great. Great.
Pro control.
Yeah, I do have one.
You don't need all that.
Yeah, I do.
I just always go with wired controllers. Much cheaper.
He's like, I don't need the pro control. I'm already a pro. Fucking champion right here. Fucking champion right here.
Shouldn't even really be called a pro controller. It should just be a standard controller.
Nice little tree.
Nice.
I want the rest of my powers to be something more physical.
How many more do you have to pick?
6.
Oh.
I was gonna say 6. I didn't know.
You're like, I was gonna guess. I got the jelly beans in the jar, my guy.
It's too bad that it wasn't a competition.
Let me read the chat.
Doesn't owe me $1.
Yes, I'm glad I don't owe you $1. Scavenger said that he wants to major in the chemistry of pot. He said, just kidding. He says, I want to major in mud sciences.
Pogs?
Pot.
That's a 20 right
Oh.
there.
Because he makes base characters.
I thought he said Pogs. Like the low collectible. What were those things? Bottle caps?
From the 90s. Yeah, I know a pog. My grandma collects pogs.
Your grandma collects Pogs.
Yeah.
Like still?
Well, I mean, she still has her collection.
They do?
She doesn't actively look for new pogs.
like the
Nick, help.
You want more
fighting
physical
colors.
powers?
Mm-hmm.
You can manifest emotions into physical things that can be used as weapons.
You could crush people with their guilt.
So you could, like, take your feelings and make it into, like, a sword.
You could drown people with their sorrows.
Like, it literally turns into, like, water and, like, overcomes them.
You could burn people with their own anger.
And they, like, burst into flames from being mad. You can heal people with, like, their happiness or whatever.
Their hope.
That would
Their
be
hope.
really rough. Like they're like
I'm depressed, though.
they're like bleeding out, and it's like you just gotta be happy. Just be really happy.
I'm happy that I'm dying.
That would work for your boy.
Can't wait. Good.
He's like, finally, I'm dying, and then like he gets healed, and he goes, no.
Wait, so how should I write a healing power?
It heals them.
Yeah.
Just it heals. I shouldn't say like how do I figure out how much it heals them?
Oh, the
However-
amount of damage it would have done, it heals instead.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll do that for a different one then. I could.
Why are you touching that? Don't touch that.
I'm sorry. He like tries to use the laptop, it explodes.
Well, Q, can I get some water?
Sure.
Not from this cup.
Oh, I was gonna use that from your
Not
cup.
from this cup.
I just realized my face is right there.
Where is your cup?
I think.
That is your face.
Huh. That's a weird face.
You should ask Colin what cups you're allowed to use.
Cups.
You are.
I'm just gonna pop a squat right here.
It's time to check the live stream. Kirby said, "How about create energy constructs of weapons out of your emotions?" That's
do what?
actually just Green Lantern.
Do what?
Green Lantern makes constructs based on willpower, but there are other lanterns that are like, I'm an orange lantern, so it's based on my greed, and I turn it into constructs. Or I'm a pink lantern, and I make my constructs from love. Or I'm an indigo
Flash
lantern.
a blue lantern now?
Now. I mean, a lot of people have been lanterns due to, like, Brightest Day and Darkest Night being comic books, but they're not like, and now afterwards I'm still a lantern. Or,
Has Blue Lantern Flash or anything cool here?
I don't know.
I'll go see.
I thought you were keeping up with Dark Knight's Metal.
Wait, I don't think you become a Blue Lantern in Metal.
You don't think so?
No, not that I recall. I've been keeping up
I
with
saw
Dark
one
Knight's
when
Metal.
the comics explains thumbnails, and I'm pretty sure it was part of Dark Knight's Metal. I could check, but
I'm not a fan of comics explain.
I don't know.
Laughing and music.
Neither is Self the Programmer, as I found out last week.
I'm not a fan of stuff.
There is beef. So there's beef between Chuck, his subfriend
Chuck the Cybercut.
Yeah, Chuck and
What?
Comics Explained were shooting
What?
Twitter fingers at each other
Oh.
over Comics Explained calling power scalers like unreasonable and like unnecessary because the narrative power is what's important and not their feats and comparative stats and blah 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 blah.
It might take a minute, but it looks like it's connecting.
I thought that was a pretty
If
interesting
it doesn't, let
argument.
me know. I might have put in the wrong password.
Thank you.
But yeah, who would you dislike more?
It says it can't connect.
Wait, between Comics Explained and Seth the Programmer?
Programmer.
I dislike Seth the Programmer more.
Is it because
Oh.
he should talk Ben 10?
Hang on, let me see it.
It's because he should do more research.
Is
Oh,
this because he
that's
should
because
talk
that's not
Ben
my
10?
Wi-Fi.
It's because he'll just say
That's
things
like
sometimes
a
without-
family name
without knowing a
Collins.
lot about what he's saying. I don't know.
I don't know. He did some good research on the death battle between Goku and Superman. Because they just straight up lied on Superman, on Goku's power. They made his Super Saiyan 2
There you
speed
go.
slower than his base speed because they put the same number there for some reason.
But he doesn't know shit about Ben 10 though. He shouldn't
Oh,
have
it's
crossed
just
that
the
line.
Ben 10.
Yeah,
He shouldn't-
it's literally the
he
Ben
didn't-
10 video that
he
made
didn't
Jet
know
mad.
what he was talking
And that is literally all that Jet cares about. I might understand a little bit if he were doing it based on, a good series.
It's this fucking beautiful omniverse. You gotta watch it. My boy survives the Big Bang, point blank. Not transformed.
Is that supposed to make us want to watch it?
It's a great scene.
It sounds like
Just
a
for
really
the
dumb
scene.
feat.
He learns how to control the power of a god.
Does he really though?
Yes. We have 22 Jank Heroes Funnifyic videos. I think Aiden's watching the playlist in order. You wouldn't have time.
What?
You wouldn't have time to watch the playlist in order. Are you just trying to catch up?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
Okay, I
awesome.
have another power.
Sweet.
User can cause others to experience debilitating trauma symptoms in reaction to any recent event, causing them not to use their power at any time.
Oh shit. She can give you trauma that just makes you not use your powers
Yeah.
anymore.
Well,
You know what I said?
not
Super
well. When I mean at any time, I mean like just like if I hear someone use their power, that can be like you're traumatized, and then they just like don't use it. It doesn't like mean they can't use their powers ever, kind of thing.
Okay.
Does it sound like that? What does it sound like when I read it?
I think what you mean instead of at any time, you just mean like at will.
Yeah.
At will, yeah, okay.
You know what? Dude, I'm still surprised that I'm the reason for the fucking the power creep in the original Jank Heroes.
You had a healing ability back when healing abilities weren't a thing.
I started off with good intentions, shit. My powers were all flavorful. They were thematic. They were well thought out. Then I come back and Jared's fucking duct taping through time and space, and fucking
Duct taping?
Yeah.
What?
His original character used duct tape, and this one he just doesn't.
I was gonna say, I originally thought that it was bad that I had like a similar thing as far as memes go with him, but I think it's good because his character just likes memes, and my character's whole thing is memes. So like, he might like my character. But like,
I don't think he'll like the fact that you make people kill themselves.
but that's fine. It's a meme.
You don't think
You
Jared
sound like head
will like that?
legs.
Yeah, it's a meme.
You sound like head legs.
I am.
Secret.
I'm sorry.
You could.
Dude,
Did you say dude or you?
dabs for 30 points of damage.
Dabs for 30 points of damage.
I'm really sad nobody made that a power.
See, that's something Jared would do.
It's a waste of a power, it only deals damage.
Fair.
Whenever Jared.
Or
dabs
maybe you
at
can
an
like
explosion.
dab and it allows you to defy gravity.
Okay. Gravity defying dab.
I saw a commercial where they had a whole bunch of people like pretending to step up onto a box, and then they like step over it, but it makes it look like they actually stepped on a box. I don't know how it works though. I don't know how you like make that happen.
Some people are good at like locking their joints for like dance moves as well, and it just makes it look like it's just not moving. So they're like actually stepping.
It's like
He's got a point.
That's great. It only took him like 15 minutes.
he literally in 15 minutes makes a carry. It made it seem like, oh, like this is easy.
Who did that?
Jared, like the first person
How
to
many
play
powers
this
did he
game.
have?
He only had 2.
Okay.
That's probably he has the least amount of powers
Of anyone.
Sounds like
That's really easy too. What I would do is just super overpowered power and then a healing.
Is this the first episode?
What? How many powers do you have?
11.
Why has nobody made a power called I can do whatever the fuck I want?
I think Jet can just say no.
But I can do whatever the fuck I want and Jet can't say no.
He could say you can't make that power in the first place.
Scavenger said he made his new character in 20 minutes. He's going for that
He's breaking
second
rules.
place record.
Breaking rules. Because you can't confirm whether or not he's allowed to make the powers that he made.
In the original Jank Heroes, my character, midway through his story, gained, I don't even remember how he got the power. He gained the power to will things into existence. And it was a pretty sick thing. It was really hard to play the game with that power.
What did you use it for?
Mainly to put
things
people
in
into
bubbles.
glass orbs and then teleport them into the sun if they refuse to cooperate. There were a few people who got put into the sun.
I mean, I have a power where I can turn people into objects. I could just threaten to turn them into a spoon. And be like, you want to be a spoon forever?
oh yeah, sorry.
Everyone has the most villainous heroes. Yours is only like that in personality. I'm not sure if that's bad.
My
or
hero's
worse.
not a villain.
Oh.
I didn't say
What's your
mine was
personality
either.
description?
Mine's
for
probably
you,
gonna be a villain.
Personality description. Speaks flawless Japanese.
No.
Might be your senpai. Considers every woman he meets to be a wife.
Who is this?
The Weeaboo Wonder.
I was about to say, it sounds like a weeboo.
No, he's the Weeaboo Wonder. He's not a Weeaboo.
Kirby said, how about being able to have the enemy see false copies of yourself to try and evade attacks? Like double team for Pokemon. Matt has a power like that, and Winslow, you have a power like that. But he's listening to Jank Heroes episode 1.
What should my next power be?
Doesn't matter, Serena. You're gonna be a spoon when we get into the match.
He starts it out and he just turns you into a spoon.
Can't do anything else. You're a spoon.
Why am I gonna be a spoon?
You turn you into a spoon.
Why?
Why not?
Why do?
Why do?
Can't play anymore.
I don't think he'll turn you into a spoon. But I like your current track record of emotion-based powers. Do you have anything that lets you summon creatures yet?
No.
Maybe you can manifest people's nightmares into monsters.
I mean, that's why I make them hallucinate.
Oh, I see. What if you made them into, like, actual physical monsters? Like, let's say they were afraid of spiders, it would, like, actually generate spiders. But not even, like, normal spiders. Like, they're over-exaggerated to match their fear.
That just kind of throws away the purpose of the hallucination power, though.
I see. It's like redundant. You could also have powers that are just broken. I mean, like I said, it's whatever you want.
This sounds weird, and my edginess reminds me of the video.
You know, I should specify on the hallucination one that they can't tell that it's a hallucination. So, like, they could actually, like, waste their time attacking it, kind of thing.
I mean, I feel like they would do that anyway.
I mean, I don't know. Because what if they're just like, I know that's a hallucination.
My
Resist
power is I can
hallucination
recognize that
because
things are hallucinations. I mean, he has a power that lets him hit illusions. So, I mean, that is a thing. Did Dozer say what?
I said that.
Oh, Aiden he was close.
Like this man is my opposite whenever I look at this video.
Oh, I thought you were saying that you thought Gerard was your opposite.
Sort of. Yeah. I feel like in this video we are on a different side.
My favorite video on Nick's channel is the video where Kaylee pretends to propose to me. That was a great video.
Kirby yelled, "Copyright strike!"
I already made that joke, Kirby.
I think this time it was more valid. Also, Anthony, feel free to hang out whenever. It's been so long. Kirby said, "Well, I made it again." Do
So
I
good
have
for
a
sleepover
Your
tomorrow?
number. My number.
I might have your number.
Yeah.
I would need to check, but I'd have to check after the stream. And then once everyone's done making a character, I think we were planning on doing a session as well.
Okay. That's retarded.
Oh, one thing that I noticed no one's done, it might be helpful to go to Power Listing Wikia. It's a whole wiki just full of powers. Like if you ever got stuck thinking about powers.
That already exists.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling them they could use that as a resource.
Oh.
Yeah. Scavenger said, just made the artwork. Oh, you made artwork for your new character? Feel free to share it. Like Q, Scavenger has also been making fan art, but he does it using Google Drawing. And existing internet images. Oh, are you doing the power listing thing?
Me?
Yeah, that's what I'm.
No, I'm seeing what Kaylee's saying.
Oh, okay. I hope she's doing well.
Yeah, she feels better.
Did you jump back in the video once? Did you miss something? Am I helping you miss it again? Am I helping you miss it again? Kirby said, did the healing power happen, Serena?
You want to go to McDonald's? Do you have money?
I got quarters. How many?
Did you look at me because he said he had quarters?
It's quarters.
How many quarters left?
Oh, I actually have
Enough
money.
to get an apple pie.
Hey, I have
And
money.
he is fine.
Oh, you have enough for an apple pie? You don't want food?
Oh.
Oh, shit. We just got another mile away from that McDonald's while I was sitting here.
That bitch is traveling.
Is the apartment building moving?
I think the McDonald's is moving.
One thing that's been weird about continuity as of recent is I'll forget how far away Springdale apartments are from the university. So someone will be like, I gotta go to school. They're like, I walk at 15 miles per hour. And I'm like, fuck, I don't remember how far the school is. Roll a d20. And like, so whatever they roll, like, that's now how far away it is.
Maybe it like moves. Maybe it moves out.
It's like sky high, so the building does actually move.
What should my next power be? I gotta get these done.
What do you want it to do?
I don't know. I already made a lot of ideas.
Maybe you can feel the emotions of non-living things.
User can sense other psychological state.
Yes, only with his totem.
Maybe user can create psychological states in like inanimate objects. So you could make.
User can
She could
manipulate
give my
others'
spoons
emotional
a
state.
personality?
But what if it doesn't have one?
Spoons?
Like if a chair doesn't even have one to begin with, then you can't manipulate it. But what if you give the chair one?
Why would I want to do that?
It's like a reverse to my power. If I turned Q into a spoon, she could give him a personality again, but it wouldn't be his personality. It'd be whatever she chose.
Whatever she created. What if you also had a power that could animate objects? So you could give them personalities and then make it where they can move around, and then you can manipulate their personalities to make them do what you want.
It's like a pet.
That's irrelevant to me, though.
Wow, it's like a pet.
Yeah.
But that's.
You can make anything a pet.
But that's not
Yeah,
relevant.
that's
What
spoon.
else has suffered? Maybe personality has suffered.
I'm feeling the eggs. Kirby asked if you added the healing power.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I was waiting until I got to my 11 damage to do that. So right now I'm on an 8. The next one after this is 11.
So, combat mechanic question. How do you attack without dealing damage? Well, without using a power.
How do you attack without using a power? With possible failure? Like, you could be like, I'm gonna punch this villain, I'm not gonna use a power, and I'm gonna be like, then
Yeah, you should.
shit. You're
Every
kind of
time they
fighting
try
like
to.
you're fighting a guy that's way beyond punches. You probably should use a power.
I was thinking every time.
So, why would you limit our ability to use powers if that's basically our only valid option of dealing with people?
You gotta use resource management. Like, that's the best I can do.
If you like punch or something, you should make it where they have to roll a certain number to land the punch.
Well, checks in this game are based on rolling 2d20. There's a good die and a bad die. And if the good die rolls higher than the bad die, then you succeed.
Okay, then how do you roll for how much damage you do on the punches? There's
You
no
roll
set
2d20 and you take the difference.
The difference.
So you take the highest number and you take the lowest number, and the lowest number subtracted from the highest number, that's how much damage you have.
Just for punches.
Well, that's just for anything that's a non-power source of damage. But sometimes...
A non-power source of damage?
Yeah, because powers have set damage amounts.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what else is a source of damage other than punches?
Like hitting someone with a sword, or hitting someone with a
So you
car,
would just
or
say
hitting
a
someone with like a whip. Or
If you
hitting
find a
someone with Nerd Tinker literally has a power where he can open access to an infinite armory of weapons. So I mean, there are definitely ways to get weapons in this game.
Ooh, okay. I could go back to what you were saying about creating weapons out of emotions somehow.
Like emotional energy or something.
Yeah.
I like that. Is this comfortable?
Yes.
Hold on. Oh no, now I'm all on your arm and shit.
are you cuddling with him?
Dude, I need somewhere to lay down.
See, when I try to sit next to Nick, Nick is like, no, Serena, go sit over there.
That's because I want the fucking bed to myself.
Well, now you don't want the floor to yourself. What's going on?
Kirby said, be like Shao Kahn and make energy constructs. Then he said, of weapons.
I don't know how I should word this.
Can generate weapons out of emotional energy.
Q, do you have Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Oh, have you beaten it?
I've done everything but kill Ganon.
I guess you can't ever actually kill Ganon because if you ever played again, it would just put you right before you did that.
Mm-hmm. But then you got the DLC.
Yeah, I've already done the DLC where you get the motorcycle and everything.
I have
It's
not.
really funny.
I haven't played.
Wait,
it.
how? What do you say?
Can
User
generate weapons out of emotional energy. Excuse me. Energy.
I'm gonna get some more water from my particular water cup. Please do not use my OC dose.
Your original character water cup.
I put the OC in H2O. I would say, would you like to do a spin the night? But like I said, I have to get home hella early. I don't think you will. Are you sure?
I don't know which one of these.
You don't know which one? There too, one cups up. Don't just sniff.
I feel like I didn't put mine down facing one.
Oh, I feel like you put that. So it would be like a weird option. Sliding into that chat. Let's see. Kirby said copyright strike from Nintendo. Then Scavenger said, "Yo, Kirby, check out my wiki on the Amino." Wiki plug.
Special drink.
Winslow looks out. Your boy Anthony looks out. Gerard looks out as fuck.
I think he's asleep.
Well, he hasn't been doing anything.
And he's been doing
Jet, would you like a special drink? I can make you some Ajax and water.
Please don't. That actually just sounds like poison.
You can't know until you try.
You mean I can't die until I try?
Yeah, you wouldn't know if anything would kill you until you tried it.
Okay, I have another power. User can generate an amount of weapons up to the damage amount of this power, 8, out of emotional energy.
That's very interesting. You can make 8 weapons.
Up to 8, so like every time I use the move. So if I can't think of 8 at that one time, I don't have to, but I can do like multiple in that move.
That's balling.
Yeah. And it's up to, I wanted to use like the fact that it's 8.
Serena, is it magic?
Huh?
Is it magic?
Is what magic?
Your abilities, are they magic based? Or do you just, for some reason, know how to turn emotions into, like, physical things?
I mean, all of them are psychology related. So I guess they're technically magic.
Okay.
Kirby, in response to what Scavenger said shameless plug. Then Scavenger said, made a wiki and added more lore, like a boss-ass gremlin.
Ooh, what? There's a wiki? I wanna check it.
Yeah, it's
What
on
is
the
it
Amino.
Oh.
You gotta join the Amino.
Is it a dating amino?
Is it the 8-year-old's dating amino?
It does double as
up
that.
on amino.
Oh, it doubles
Yeah,
as
you
an
gotta be
8-year-old
the
dating
amino.
amino?
It's not even like a public Amino. No, it's the Nickabenson Nation Amino. The Nickabenson Nation Amino. Join now.
Nickabenson, the Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi.
The hash slinging.
Nickabenson Nation amino / dating amino. 8-year-olds and under, please.
The police. That's what made it.
Okay, my next one is the healing one.
Nice.
How should I do this one?
Do you still have room on your sheet, like once you're done with all your powers?
No.
We'll figure something
You
out.
should. If
Yeah.
you only have one more, it looks like you have
No, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more.
You have a lot of powers.
I live on the same floor as Kirby, apparently.
Oh, nice. Neighbors. Scavenger said, do you have to fill out all of your powers right now? Yep. Yeah. I believe in you, Serena. So you're going to do the healing one?
Mm-hmm.
You can literally says, I can heal people. User heals target. User heals target parenthesis S, so it can be up to more than one.
But I want it to be relevant to my theme.
User heals targets
With
and improves their emotional state.
What?
So it also makes them feel better. You feel better and you feel better.
But you can't have
Support.
Kirby said the 13th floor?
Oh, wait, no. It must have been someone else. I'm on like 19.
Scavenger said just use the other spaces for plot devices. Then Kirby said, aw, hit. I could have actually heard more than one at once. Frick my life.
Frick my life.
He didn't mean to say heard. He meant to say healed. He said, I could have healed more than one. Like, he hadn't thought of that.
Can
when
you
he wrote
heal
this.
multiple people for the same amount?
Yeah.
Like, say the damage that ability does is 18, so can you heal multiple people for 18?
If you write it right. It's not about how it's written.
So
No.
you're on the 19th floor. Don't take the stairs ever. No, you'll
Don't go to
spend a
school
whole
tomorrow.
episode on the stairs. I'm on the 16th floor. I spent a whole episode on the stairs.
Don't go to the stairs tomorrow.
Don't go to the stairs.
Uses the stairs.
Curious.
Scavenger said, and yes, I got the unlucky floor.
Good question.
19?
I guess Scavenger's on the 13th floor.
Anthony has a question.
I thought
the question.
you said
Anthony.
Kirby was on the 13.
Kirby, what floor are you on?
He said 13.
If I were to do 6 damage, but the person has less than 6 hit points, but my attack also heals 7 damage, would they still die and that heals nothing, or would they hit -1 but then get healed 7?
If you hit 0, you die,
Okay.
and you can't heal dead people.
Right, I need to fix this then. Actually, no, I got this.
Kirby said, yeah, 13. So do Scavenger and Kirby live on the same floor, is the real
I
question.
lived on the same floor as somebody.
Maybe you live on the same floor as Nerd Tanker or something. Just someone else who's on but not on currently. Gerard is out. He's out as fuck. He like looked up and opened his eyes and then like closed his eyes again.
You've officially put him into Trog mode. Nice
He
work.
is in Trog mode.
Like this one was
Not quite,
17.
Not quite net.
That's
Not
just
quite
7
Trog.
damage.
Right, but you just.
He once had a night where he was hanging out with us,
I did not sign
and
up.
while he was asleep, he like looks up and goes like Trog, and then goes back to sleep. That's what we thought.
User can heal others, also giving them great confidence in their tasks.
Nice.
And that's for 11.
Yeah.
So that's the
Kirby said, no, Scavenger is the 19th floor.
Yeah, there you go.
Then he said, oh, I thought you meant I was. Then he said, oops. He said, yeah, I got 19.
I got 3 more.
She got 3 more. More of the power she has. No.
Why not?
Because there isn't. This isn't
I
the
would
Springdale
put, like,
garage.
and can do 6 at will or whatever, because like otherwise, then it would just be like an limit of power.
You can have a garage
Okay.
I
on
mean, no,
19th floor of a building.
Kirby said, 3 of them things? 3 of them things. Scavenger said, plot armor, plot device. So you need more. What is something that you feel like your character's missing?
Fire.
Emotional fire, Serena.
Fire. Yourself is what, that's what Aiden does. That's Aiden's main thing.
Yeah.
Would you have room in your trunk for my laundry if I spent the night at your
I
place?
didn't put anything extra in there. I didn't put somebody else's laundry in there.
How's the room thing going?
Oh, I made it even better. I made my bed, and there's already a bed on the futon because Kaylee spent the night yesterday.
That's not even what I meant the room across the hall.
Oh.
Like the room
I
that's
thought you
being
were asking
built.
me my room.
I mean, it sounds like it's doing great. I'm glad to
I'm
hear
working
that
on my
yours
own
is-
room. I don't care about the room across the hall.
Yeah, tell me more about your own.
I'm cleaning it. It's clean.
That's ballin'. Congrats. I've been talking to Animal via like text. She wants to make sure I'm interested in her and not in making out. So she's like, next date.
Oh, you only like me because we make out. That's the only reason.
Anna?
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She, for our next date, is a no kissing thing. She wants to make sure I'm interested in her and not just interested
That's a
in making
weird
out.
thing to say. You only like me because I kiss you.
I don't think it's that weird a thing.
I do that. I think that's a weird thing to say.
I mean, it is if you kiss on the first date.
They did.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So why would she?
I mean, there was no build up so that she could see if he really likes her.
You weren't on their secret away time on the.
I'm just. I mean, she just said she didn't want to kiss him next date. I think it makes sense.
3 questions.
It's not even like you only like me for my body.
I mean, it's the same concept though.
Not really.
Yeah, it is. That's why she doesn't want.
I don't think it makes as much sense.
I like foreplay.
I would find it really weird if somebody only dated someone because they kissed them if they were older than like 12. I can understand why like a 12-year-old's like, oh yeah, Jeannie totally kissed me. That's the only reason I'm dating her though.
For 7 damage, user can direct rage-based physical flames at others.
Nice! She took your fire, literally. Scavenger said, and super backflip kick area of effect damage. Kirby said, do the revival power I want to have. Currently, bringing people back to life isn't a thing that most characters have. Winslow's just like...
I mean, depending on what it is, because, like, I could sort of do that. Like, if someone killed someone else, I could be like, no, you undo that. They're
Are those
Deadpool
songs?
I can revive people. Except it has. I mean, if I revived an ally, they would permanently be.
An inanimate object?
Well, they would permanently be like my helper kind of thing. Like you would have to do what I say from like the rest of the time. How would that work if I revived an ally? Would they just not be able to play anymore?
They're just NPCs now?
Could you...
I guess you could say, hey, you can do whatever you want until
if I
you
didn't,
cross
then
me.
they just couldn't play anymore.
I guess. I mean, they died. It was their fault for dying.
It's their fault.
Scavenger said the Wrath of God. Kirby said curses having just 2 powers. And Scavenger said the Fire of Hades. And Scavenger said in the accuracies of artists.
Yes.
That's not where that plug is.
And I found what he said really weird. Why would I revive somebody but they're permanently an inanimate object? That just doesn't make sense. It's like you're not dead anymore, now you're a spoon.
I can't remember who has this power. But someone has the power to steal your power, but as an object. It's Aiden. He's right next to me.
Can they just never use it again?
It's stolen. And like you could get it back and then find some way to like turn it not into an object and then like put it back inside yourself.
Scavenger said all of those would be dope powers. What if you super deflected
Wouldn't
it?
it put their own power in an
Would
object?
would the power that would be put in the object be the power that puts things in objects, and if so
It's just like an object in an object. It's like the Russian nesting dolls.
I guess they'd be able to get it out though, because I would assume it would be in an object near them, because they pass the ability.
I mean, it just turns your power into an object. So it doesn't turn it into whatever is nearby. It's
Oh,
like they hit you with it, and then it's like, what's this teddy bear? And it's like, that was your invisibility, nigga. Let's see. Scavenger said, full counter in all caps. Do you have enough room for the rest of your powers?
This is my last one.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, they lucked out. Rolls the d20, like, I have 20 powers. How's Gerard going to finish his character?
You're gonna wake him up when
Gerard lifted his hand. He was like, I don't know.
Doesn't want to do it.
Let's see. Kirby said, hey, I have 20 powers.
Okay, for 10, I have user can revive others with revival health equal to the damage amount of this power, 10, with extreme will to live.
You come back and you don't want to kill yourself.
Yeah.
But then,
Extreme willed.
Extreme
Nice.
I think that was my last one. Yep. That's all of
Sweet.
mine.
Okay, time to hit the X button on this.
I need another piece of paper, though.
Wait, so
Do you mind if she uses another sheet of paper? Q didn't even. He answered
Thank
with
you.
the acceptance.
Wait, so then you have to send in the stream, right? Because now it's
We haven't started the episode yet. Yeah, I gotta press play. We're only 2 minutes into character creation of 5-minute video.
Oh, I remember that.
Location of your base. There is one of every possible location in Springdale. Each location is named the Springdale blank. For example, the Springdale Bank and the Springdale Brothel are a couple of examples. Your base can be in any one of these locations. It's your choice. One sentence.
Okay, so everyone write down where your base is for your character. Gerard has awoken!
Wait, so it has to be one of the places he listed, or one?
Any place in Springdale.
Okay.
Scavenger said, I have 100 powers? That's impossible.
So
He
we just
said,
make it
I-
up by
he says I only have one use.
Whatever you want, the Springdale, whatever.
Springdale. Okay.
I would allow
Yep.
it.
So your base can be at the Springdale Arcade, or like the Springdale Porno Museum, or the Springdale Baby Drowning Facility, or the Springdale bathroom.
Could it be the Springdale Springfield from The Simpsons?
And it's the entire city of Springfield from The Simpsons, but in Springdale.
Yeah. That's one person's base.
The Springdale's Athlete's Foot.
Wait.
I noticed you're slipping on shoes.
Oh, I'm just cool.
Can your base?
You're
Oh
like
yeah,
that
I don't think I read this power to you. I did. User can physically drown others in depression, not inherently killing them.
Understood. Interesting.
It just does 9 damage.
Scavenger works at the Springdale Wheat Shop.
That's an interesting power, though, because if you drown them in depression, do they want to get out?
Don't they just want to die?
They're like, I don't feel like it.
Wouldn't you just use your power that kills other people to kill yourself?
That's a good one. But then I wouldn't really need the power. Just choose to.
You just choose.
Yeah. That would be wasting the power.
Or you'd be dead. You don't need them anymore.
True.
You decide, hey, this is going to be
Where
my
should my
last
base
session,
be?
so I'm just going to use all my powers and then kill myself. Can't let him go to waste. Kirby said, I be at the Springdale card shop. Come play Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering, bros.
Is Nick spending the night at your house?
You might want to wake up Gerard
Nick, are you
and
spending
know
the night,
about the
David?
rest of the stuff.
Oh, he did it. He did it as soon as we played the video.
Nick, are you spending the night at David's?
That's up to David.
You can.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm spending the night at David's, but I gotta leave early in the morning. Is that okay?
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna spend the night.
Oh, okay.
You're spending the night tomorrow, ain't you?
Scavenger
Yeah,
said,
but I wanna
how do we
spend the
know
night
how much
tonight
we make
too.
from our jobs? You'll know.
Can I?
You'll know.
Anthony has his base.
I mean, do you want me to?
He has his base?
Yeah.
Anthony, where is your base?
Do you want me to?
Springdale Cemetery of my wolf parents, where they are dead because they are dead because the angry wolves killed them. I forgot to mention. Did I mention my kidnapped parents are dead too?
I did not know that your kidnapped parents were dead. Nor did I know your... I guess I kind of expected your wolf parents would die eventually. What did you throw? Oh, you haven't thrown it.
This is one of my character frames. What?
19.
Oh, are you still thinking about where you want your base to be?
Yeah.
Springdale Psychiatric.
But I hate people.
Oh.
Abandoned psychiatric.
Springdale Abandoned Psychiatric.
Well, your character was committed there.
Solitary confinement.
She said, depth. Dozer coming in with that. Here's some lore, my guy. Scavenger said Springdale Graveyard. His is way more specific than that.
I have an edgy backstory.
Yes.
My edgy lifestyle.
Emphasize
Is he
the edge.
touching the floor?
Is he touching the floor?
Oh,
Find out this
He
time.
didn't ask permission for that.
Kirby said Springdale mindfucks. Then Scavenger said that is filled with the drowned babies.
Oh. It's not usable anymore.
So Serena's still thinking about her base. Oh, Gerard. What is your character's base?
Wherever.
Is it the Springdale wherever?
Yeah.
So did you not write down a base location?
He's dead. I see it in his eyes.
I see it in his eyes.
The eyes that are closed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Springdale mellow yellow can.
Scavenger said a grave that is dedicated to the drowned babies. One grave, and it's just full of a bunch of drowned
Well, if it's the
babies.
opposite, then you have to think of somewhere I hate.
What is somewhere you like?
Theme parks. You hate theme parks.
I hate public schools. Her base could be public schools.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that your base would be a private school. I thought you.
Is your character legally allowed around public schools?
I don't know.
Why don't you ask the police?
The Springdale Public
Why would it-
School.
Why wouldn't she be allowed to? We could say that she hates high schools. I mean, she likes high schools because I always hated high schools.
So she just hangs around a high school?
Yeah, I mean, where do you hang around?
Springdale High School.
David, where's your base?
The apartments. It's where I live.
Well, that's basic.
That makes so much more sense. I probably should have done that.
My base is my house.
Why would it not be?
My name's Dozer and my base is my house.
See, exactly. That's basic, David.
So is Batman.
You right. That is 100% the truth.
Does he really live in his house?
Nah. Oh, Signal went into the Batcave to visit Batman, and Alfred was like, "Hey, if you're here for dinner, we don't serve it until midnight." And Signal was like, "Get the fuck out of my way, Alfred."
Is there a bed in the Batcave?
Oh, the screen did freeze. I see. Kirby said, Serena, use your healing power. Bangzell, he isn't doing well. Scavenger said the screen froze. Kirby said the screen froze, fam. Then he said, we are now in an endless void.
So you're based in Springdale High School?
No.
The abandoned Springdale High School? The overpopulated Springdale High School? The Springdale High School of the dead? This is the Springdale High School of the criminally insane?
The Springdale magic place that I accidentally destroyed.
The Springdale Magic High School?
Springdale Magic the Gathering?
The Springdale, Emotion Lab?
Springdale Sky High?
Scavenger said the daycare of drowned babies. Then Kirby said, oh yeah, Winslow tried to fuck with Gandalf.
Yeah, I succeeded actually.
You'd had to try many times.
But eventually I got there.
How did I know that you would have so many attempts?
I don't know where to make my base.
Your base can be literally anywhere you want.
I don't know where it should be.
The Springdale Underground City. The Springdale, small orphanage for small children.
The Springdale treehouse in my backyard.
Yeah, the Springdale Video Game Emporium. The Springdale Video Game Lab. The Springdale VR Arcade. They only have virtual reality games. The Springdale Depository Center. The Springdale Suppository Center.
Again with the shit jokes.
The Springdale
Shit show factory.
Pillow Factory. That actually sounds like a really cushy base. The Springdale Impenetrable Fortress. The
The Springdale completely open impenetrable fortress.
The Springdale's mother's vagina. Yeah, that's what you want to be.
The Springdale Dale's house.
The Springdale Dales. Let's see. Kirby said Winslow ended up with a slash on his chest. Then Kirby said the Springdale meme. Then Kirby said the morgue. That's the base
Springdale
for
Psychology Plaza, where all the therapists are.
There we go.
Wait, but that doesn't make any sense because it's going to be the opposite of me.
Maybe your base is there because you want to bring them down.
Because I wanted, yeah, okay.
Kirby said the Springdale.
Superhero suit description. Describe your superhero suit in one sentence. You can put on your superhero suit at any time using your subspace
I have
communicator.
yet to put on my superhero suit.
So, one sentence description of your character's superhero suit. Trog.
No, not draw. I'm just thinking.
Okay, cool.
Done.
I like how Trog is like a state of mind, and you can like deny it. No, I am not in Trog. I am simply thinking. Oh, did you write your superhero suit description, Anthony?
I did.
You did? Oh. I'm gonna target
What?
you with my camera.
What?
And ask you about your superhero suit.
Cool.
So what's your superhero suit description?
Leather.
Weather? Oh, leather.
Weather.
I thought you said weather. I was like, oh shit, it's like lightning and clouds. And
Sometimes it's rainy, sometimes it's sunny. It doesn't matter. It's always in Philadelphia.
It's always sunny. It's always rainy in Edgeborland.
My sorrows. These wounds, they care not heal. So you have to write a one-sentence superhero suit description of what your suit will look like. We only get one sentence. Describe something you'd hate to wear. You would never wear it. Never.
You would never wear a baby.
What's something I would never wear?
Let's see. Kirby said just a leather onesie that even covers your
Wait,
face.
isn't that the
So
thing
like
for
a gimp
shorts
suit?
that
Yes.
are attached?
Scavenger said it seems like this will be a late game.
I would totally wear that.
Seems like it's a late game going in overtime.
Because I don't
Hasn't
have
even
it.
started yet. Going in overtime.
What's something else I wouldn't wear?
He's dangling keys and
Is this new?
Let's see. Scavenger said all black hoodie with a giant skull on the front and back. So like a Punisher hoodie. And then Kirby said leather morph suit.
Too many people wearing leather.
He's like, it's too mainstream. Hot Topic told me this was an exclusive. Here's Winslow playing with his keys. Let's see. Scavenger said Punisher be dope. Here's Anthony expressing how he feels inside. Here's Gerard not in Trog mode. Dozer said, hey loser. Here's Dozer saying, hey loser. I'm now zooming into it. Don't turn it away. Dang it, Dozer. Hold on. We're going to do this again.
My piggy toe is asleep.
It should only get farther away. Kirby said, can I restore Anthony? Then Scavenger said, why so many? Then Kirby said, we can't see anything on the screen.
Infinite screens.
Then Kirby said, ball sacks.
Whoa!
Jet's taking you to another dimension as we speak.
What game are you playing?
My pinky.
Hey, Jet. You know, the sooner we get this thing done, the sooner we can start playing, right?
Yeah, Serena's currently, like, doing her suit description.
Serena, why are you not doing
That-
your suits?
I don't know what to do.
Anything. You could be naked.
You know, that would actually be the opposite of me. Okay, my character's naked.
Scavenger said, Hellblaze. What did you think of that, Dozer?
Another dimension.
Another dimension. Was that fun?
That was the game.
That was the game?
People on the floor.
There are people on the floor. Scavenger said, so is Winslow's character.
Alright, I got my hero suit done.
Kirby said, are you not entertained? Okay, time to go into the next step after hero suits.
Yo, next step.
One sentence description of your vehicle of choice. In your base, you have
Oh,
one
so what is
vehicle of
Colin's
choice.
vehicle?
Describe your vehicle of choice in one sentence.
Colin, what the fuck?
What is whose vehicle?
Your vehicle.
Oh, it's a pocket hole.
Oh, awesome. Like, you can go wherever?
Yep.
That's a lot smarter than mine.
I literally just drop it on the ground and hop into it, and I'm transported to the Toad dimension.
That's a lot
And then I can hop out anywhere that I've known existed.
What is my vehicle? I don't even remember. Oh, yeah.
It's a shitty Honda
It's
Civic.
shitty Honda Civic.
Scavenger said, now we have 2 naked people. Winslow's thing also makes him... His makes him look naked. Yours is
Mine
just
is
naked. Yeah. Kirby said, is Dozer's brain working, Serena? Man, I'm so excited because I really want to go to Sonic when we go to your house, but at the same time, I know I'm going to get price gouged.
Will Sonic even be open?
I hope so.
Isn't Cookout closer?
Is it?
I think it's close to here, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because here isn't... Is this far from UAH?
Here isn't very far. It's like 14 minutes.
So if this isn't far from UAH and it's not far from Cookout.
Kirby said, Sonic Speed. Then Scavenger in all caps said, Cookout!
Wait, but how late is it is the question.
Well, Cookout doesn't close until 4 a.m. last time we checked Google.
Okay.
Kirby's in all caps said, milkshakes. Oh, Gerard. Trog? Gerard is actually, he's officially in Trog.
Also, what else that place?
I think Gerard went full Trog.
Yeah, it's near
Kirby said Gerard is out. Scavenger said he is gone.
Super good food.
Guys, at this point, I'm more ready for bed than I am Jank Heroes.
Pretty much. We're taking too long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
understood.
you guys took a metric fuck ton of time. How much time are we on?
2 hours and 17 minutes.
Never do this to me again.
Oh, so what we'll do is we'll finish character creation and then we'll like dip.
Okay, so I got my hero suit. What's next?
Okay. Gerard's out, but he already has a character, so it's not too bad. Ooh.
Total number of sidekick NPCs you can find in the game. You determine this by rolling 1d20. In the game, your character can find NPCs that can act as your sidekicks. This is the maximum number of sidekicks your character can have. Total number of power.
So do we still have D20s available?
Under your phone.
I should just design my own version of Jank Heroes, because this game is conceptually great, but mechanically bullshit.
It's Jank.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Jank's not good. There's a reason it's called Jank.
That is the point. The point is to be Jank.
I feel like you give people
What
too
am I
much
rolling?
freedom.
1d20 to determine the
No, that's
max
the thing.
number of
It doesn't give
sidekicks
you
you
any
can run into
freedom.
in the game.
All of your decisions are based on dice. Like you
Max
can't make the hero you want because the dice say you can't.
But what about the full sentence description that lets you do whatever you want?
Exactly. I think that's pretty free form.
I don't even like
And
that.
how many times can you do that?
Depends on how many.
How many commas are you allowed, Jed?
Oh, wow.
What's that?
You can have a max of 17 sidekicks. Do you also have a D20?
I don't have
Oh, okay. No. And you already got your vehicle down and everything?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. And remember, afterwards you read your character sheet out so that you can avoid a dozer situation where it's like, I don't have my stuff and I can't just go to the end of the video and all the stuff is there.
Whoops. You threw that.
You did throw that.
I flicked it.
14. You have max of 14 sidekicks.
Nice.
Let's see.
Rolled for sidekicks, Gerard.
Did you also get a vehicle, Gerard?
Not.
Okay, don't forget your vehicle and superhero suit.
Oh, vehicle?
Yeah, the one sentence description for your vehicle. Oh, did you not do that? Yeah, you get a one sentence description for your vehicle. Kirby said, "How dare you, Nick? Why must you deprive Chris Pratt of these joys?" Kirby said, "I still have my 4 out. D20s, I mean." So yeah, don't forget about your... Oh, what was that roll for? Your max number of sidekicks. But yeah, don't forget about your base suit and vehicle if you haven't done that already.
Base episode. I'll have a vehicle.
Serena's also currently on the vehicle stage. But yeah, at the end of the video, you'll all read your sheets so that we'll have records of all your sheets. Yeah, I mean, it's legitimately been a long time since we've hung out.
Yeah, so we've only done like once.
I think twice.
Oh yeah, well.
One wasn't as long as the other.
What's it? Are you counting that one time I passed by you on the sidewalk?
No, I'm counting. We were in Aiden's room.
Oh.
But it's gotta be
Oh,
the
yeah, I remember
opposite
that.
of me.
Yeah, I remember that.
The opposite of when you hate walking everywhere.
You could ride
No.
Because there was one day that we like sat in the.
What's the opposite of a unicorn?
Yeah, we sat in the same room, then we went back to
A
your
dirty
room,
pig.
Okay.
then we
Uh,
somewhere else.
Kirby said it's been a long time since you have streamed a big gathering like this. It didn't end well for Jash. Jash loved his mohawk. I don't know what you're talking about. We ended up shaving Jash's head during a big hangout. Dozer looked up and he's like, no. He's like, not today, you're not shaving mine. He's like, I got a job at Kroger. So no mohawks. No mohawks.
My vehicle is a 6-foot tall dirty pig.
Nice. Did you get your vehicle done?
My vehicle is a global subspace.
That's cool as fuck. Cool. And you already have your vehicle?
A global subspace teleport? So it can just move around the globe?
Yes.
You have a shitty Honda Civic. Scavenger said shave Dozer's head completely bald. Then Kirby said global, not universal, question mark?
What's next?
Next up is...
Each sidekick have. That total number of powers each sidekick has. Roll 1d20.
Sidekicks.
Each sidekick you have can have this many powers each. So if you roll a 4 on the d20, each of your sidekicks will have 4 powers.
Okay, so you gotta roll a d20 to determine how many powers each of your sidekicks has. Don't worry, you don't have to describe each one. You're just rolling for the number they have. Kirby said a shitty Honda Civic that has been driven into the apartment building while airborne.
And then I am getting scientists to rebuild it, so we can rebuild him stronger, better, faster. $1 million shitty Honda Civic.
You get up there, and the scientists are like, so we didn't have a budget because you didn't give us one?
What is their budget? Budget what?
He, used a power to convince scientists to, rebuild his car.
And but make it better.
Yeah, but make it better. But then, you didn't give him any money or anything.
But they just steal shit. It's their prime mission in life to make this car better, so they do what it takes.
Oop, did everyone roll for the max number of sidekick powers?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, it's not for their power damage, it's just how many they have.
Oh.
Then next up, we have...
Max. Total number of power uses sidekicks share a session. Roll 1d20, and this number is the number that all your sidekicks pull from. So whenever one of your sidekicks uses a power, it is subtracted from their total number of power usages for a game session. When they run out of power usages, your sidekicks can no longer use powers. So if sidekick A uses teleportation and then sidekick B uses invisibility, but they have a total number of 2 power usages, then sidekick A subtracts 1, then sidekick B subtracts 2. So now your sidekicks can no longer use any more powers because they spent all their power usages for that game session.
Yep. So you just roll 1d20, and it's essentially the PP for your sidekicks.
Gerard, you would pump. You would get it done.
Both of those things.
Kirby said, and they had to make a new ladder in reference to the scientist.
Yeah.
Scavenger said, I have a perfect reason for this, officer. I have a fetish for drowning babies.
Yeah.
Kirby said sidekicks, the thing that will never be used in Jank Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Scavenger said, we almost had a sidekick, then she died. Rip Candy.
Rip Winnie Hut Jr.
When he could be in the hospital, he could be
My
fine.
sidekicks have the same amount of power points as me.
Ballin', but they all share those.
Yeah, true.
It is a 6. There's the dot near the end. Yeah, it's like a dot on it.
What you looking at? Looking at pictures that tagged you in? Or just looking at mine?
4 and 4.
Okay, and then tell me when everyone's ready for the next step.
Maybe.
I'm ready.
Promotion.
Your starting floor at Springdale Apartments. Roll 1d20. This determines where your character lives at Springdale Apartments. So each character lives on their own floor in the Springdale
First
apartment.
floor, baby.
And your d20
Nice.
roll
You live in the
determines
diner.
what floor they live on.
I live in the what?
The Springdale Diner is on the first floor.
I live
You-
in the diner.
You live in the diner.
What am I doing?
13.
You roll for what floor of the Springdale apartments you live on. Oh, you said you live on the 13th floor?
Yeah.
You live on the same floor as
Seventh.
somebody else. I don't remember who.
What's that guy?
What floor do you live on, Dozer?
19th, right?
Yeah, you live on 19.
I live on 7.
I live in the diner.
You live in the
Can I
diner?
be like in the pantry of the diner?
Sure. Kirby said we are neighbors, Anthony.
Civilian occupation. This is your job in Springdale. And your civilian identity, what does your character do in order to make more money? Walking speed.
Occupation?
Scavenger said, hey, me and Dozer share a floor. Also, Colin, I'm sorry that it ended up taking so long.
It's no big deal. I've come to expect it.
Kirby said, which is weird because I have an older brother and his name is Anthony.
I'm not your brother.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's next?
Okay, moving past occupation.
Springdale, Springdale.
Roll 1d20. It tells
Wait,
you how many
occupation.
miles per hour.
Wait, you didn't write your occupation? That was the last one. So you write a one-sentence description of your character's occupation.
Professional. I'm professional.
Scavenger said Punky lives on the 7th floor.
What should my occupation be?
Therapist?
No, it has to be the opposite of me, though. I'm gonna be a therapist.
A terrorist.
Someone who like tortures people can be the opposite of a therapist.
A professional
Love it.
heckler.
Yeah.
You just go from town to town shit talking people.
You're like a professional bully.
Yeah.
Scavenger says that Punky, one of his characters, lives on the 7th
I
floor.
don't do birthdays.
So you're a neighbor of Punky, who's a gremlin, who lives on your floor.
Got my birthday a long time ago.
Kirby said, my older brother is 8 years older than me. I don't think you're 28.
I don't think so.
If you're a professional homeless person, do you do like odd jobs?
Scavenger says someone
you get
who
paid
gets
for
paid
being
to be a
homeless.
tsundere.
Exactly.
Hey, do you not living in a home?
What?
Are you living in a home?
I mean, in
My
the game, an
occupation
apartment.
is robbery.
Oh, then you can't have my wallet. I'm sorry. Your occupation is robbery? Solid idea.
I just get paid for being homeless. I'm just very good at being homeless.
Okay.
For your character to walk.
Roll 1d20 to determine how fast your character can walk. There's no running in this game.
What?
4.
You can walk at 4 miles per hour.
Why can't I run?
You can't.
Why can't I run?
It's in the world.
Why can't I run?
You can't run though.
Can he hop though?
Why can't I run, Jet?
You can't run though.
Why can't I run? Give me a reason I can't run.
It's the same as walking.
It's a 5.
It's equivalent.
Why did you not implement a mechanic that would allow me to run?
There's no running.
Why did you not implement a mechanic that would allow me to run?
To limit you to your walking speed.
Why would you limit me to only my
10
walking
miles
speed?
per hour. I'll
Because it's jank.
5.
Jet, this is not how you develop a game.
He's taking a class for it. He should know.
I literally am.
Mhm.
You are objectively wrong, and this is a bad game.
It's a jank game.
No, it's a bad game.
What's your walking speed, Anthony?
If I presented this to my teacher, I would get a fucking F.
Damn. The F is for fucking.
Your teacher is like, the F is for fucking, and then she starts to strip.
Actually, it's a guy, so fuck no.
The F is for fucking. He puts his clothes back on.
What's next?
My walking speed is 5 miles per hour.
Oop.
But that's okay.
Starting items. A subspace communicator. It is a wristwatch-like device that allows the wearer to talk to other heroes, receive updates from the hero community, and allow the wearer to communicate to others outside the normal confines of time. It also, as stated earlier, is what allows you to wear your superhero suit at any time. And your final starting item is an item bag that can hold up to 10 pounds worth of items. This is all you need to know in order to create a character in Jank Heroes Funnifyic. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Peace.
Wait, what's the
And then you also have a major.
Wait, so the next thing is a major?
Yeah, so your items that everyone has, a subspace communicator and a bag that holds 10 pounds. Everyone has the same thing.
And the major. It's also
Yeah, and you have a major. So you go to Springdale University. What do you study? Is the idea. You probably study crime, since your occupation's robbery, I would guess. But you don't have to. You can study whatever you want.
I threw the dice up and it disappeared.
Oh no. Oh, there it is. Scavenger said someone who gets paid to be a tsundere. Then Kirby said terrorist. I think Winslow would be a terrorist.
I mean, more amoebas.
Then Kirby said, yay, Serena can walk double my walking speed.
Major, criminal psychology.
Nice.
Animation.
Nice.
Animation.
Oh, Anthony, what is your major?
I threw the dice up and it hit me in the forehead.
So
Oh,
my
I'm sorry to
character
hear
is
that.
done.
Mm-hmm. You can now read your character.
Okay, here we go. Civilian name, Becca Sprite. Hero name, Princess Fizz. Becca Sprite is a self-absorbed, purposefully rude loner. She derives joy from the suffering of others, but gets offended and mad easily herself. Becca also appears to have a long-lasting passive dislike for Nightcat. Health, 30. Money, $29. Power points, 17. Max powers, 13. For 4 damage, user can sense others' psychological state. For 12 damage, user can manipulate others' sense of self-identity and values. For 11 damage, user can manipulate others' emotional state. For 18 damage, user can redirect others' targets for power at will using blackmail or other psychological threats. For 8 damage, user faints, but everyone within 300 feet drops what they're doing to pay attention to her and remains distracted until she decides to get up. For 9 damage, user can cause others to hallucinate anything of her choice for as long as she chooses, as long as she is awake. For 8 damage, user can cause others to become delusional with any delusion she chooses for as long as she wants, as long as she is awake. For 1 damage, user can cause others to experience debilitating trauma symptoms in reaction to any recent event, causing them to not use their power at will. For 8 damage, user can generate an amount of weapons up to the damage amount of this power, 8, out of emotional energy. For 11 damage, user can heal others, also giving them great confidence in their tasks. For 7 damage, user can direct rage-based physical flames at others. For 9 damage, user can physically drown others in depression, not inherently killing them. With revival health equal to the damage amount of this power, 10, with extreme will to live. Her base is Springdale Psychology Plaza. Her hero suit is nudity. Her max sidekicks is 17. Her vehicle is a 6-foot-tall dirty pig. Her sidekick power amount is 8. Her sidekick power points is 17. Her apartment floor is 7. Her occupation is robbery. Her walking speed is 4 miles per hour, and her major is in criminal psychology.
Solid. Between Gerard and Anthony, who would like to go first?
I can go.
Okay.
My character's name is Jack Smith. His superhero name is the Weeaboo Wonder. Jack Smith, the Weeaboo Wonder, he speaks fluent Japanese. He might be your senpai. And he considers every woman he meets to be a waifu. Starting money is 16. Starting health is 40. He has 16 power points. He has 12 power usage. Why is this MP? What is MP? For like usages. What was that term called?
Power usages? Some people were calling it PP.
I was calling it PowerPoints.
Okay. So
oh wait,
powers.
MP. That's probably your max powers.
Max power. Okay, so he has 12 max powers. For 3 damage, he can punch someone into the moon. For 16 damage, a roundhouse kick that makes an atomic explosion. For 1 damage, he can teleport anywhere by tipping his fedora. 18 damage, he kicks 1,000 times within a second, casually. 15 damage, upon taking damage, he does a quick draw slash with his katana. 20 damage, teleports behind you and stabs. 3 damage, he makes a sidekick appear. 20 damage is a quick draw wind slash that cuts reality. So this is a projectile. 3 damage, nullifies other powers with his baleful stare. 15 damage, he eats Pocky and heals. So it's 15 healing. 19 damage, he crushes the opponents with the gravity of his sorrows. This is AoE. For 3 damage, he insults enemies and makes their next 10 rolls result as ones.
His enemies' next 10 rolls result as ones?
As ones.
Interesting.
His base is the presence of waifus. So it can be anywhere a waifu is present at any time.
And he considers all women waifus.
His superhero suit rather, he has a trench coat and he has a fedora. Anything else you don't notice because it's just the rest of his outfit is so disgusting. You only see the trench coat and the fedora. He might as well not be wearing anything else. His vehicle is thank you Kirby, a universal subspace teleporter. He has 19 sidekicks. They each have 4 powers. He can use 4 powers. Walking speed of 5 miles per hour, but it doesn't matter because he can teleport anywhere using his fedora tip. He lives on the first floor, which is apparently the fucking diner, which is great because the Weeaboo Wonder needs lots of food to keep up the caloric intake to use epic abilities. His occupation is being a neat.
Nice. Kirby asked, what did I do?
Oh, you mentioned the vehicle being global and not universal. So I had to flip the script on.
Nice. Which leaves last, but not least, Anthony.
It's your boy.
Let's do this. Okay, so my civilian name is Stubmuffin Motherfucker. My hero name is the Angry God Stabber King God Destroyer God, which is abbreviated as Tagiskadig. Personality: an angry edge boy who likes to fight with sharp objects but enjoys walks on the beach and small walruses. Likes to wear leather everything with black nail polish. He's a lonely loner who lives in the mountains with wolves and bulls that are who have raised him ever since his parents were kidnapped by angry wolves. Thus, his edge boy lifestyle. His major is blacksmith and murder. His health is 37. His money, $26. Power usage per game season or session is 16. 9 powers. First power is stab. Deals 8 damage and binds everyone except himself in place. 2. Powerful stab. Deals 17 damage and explodes a random testicle of anyone in the vicinity. Number 3. An even more powerful stab. Deals 18 damage, pierces armors and illusions while growing a testicle on a random player. 4. Not as powerful stab. Deals 3 damage, Fire heals for 3. 5. A slightly more powerful stab. Deals 6 damage but heals 3. Heals 6.
I got really confused at first.
6. A better but still room for improvement stab. Deals 11 damage and insta-kills target. 7. Angry Edgeboy Noses. Deals 4 damage and increases chance of nullifying powers directed towards him. 8. God Stab. Deals 14 damage and hits everyone who has ever existed ever. 9. The power of God and anime guides me. Deals 13 damage and blinds everyone in the world, bolded, while dispelling all stat specs. Location of base. Springdale Cemetery were my wolf parents because they are dead. Because angry wolves killed them. Did I forget to mention? Did I also mention that my kidnapped parents are dead too? My suit, leather. Vehicle, pure willpower and rage. Maximum number of psychics, 14. Maximum number of powers psychics have, 14. Psychic power usage, 6. I live on the 13th floor. I'm a professional homeless person. My walking speed is 8 miles per hour. And yeah, the starting items. Risk, communicator, thingy, and item bag.
Nice. And those are the 3 characters that were created this time around, with Anthony, Gerard, and Serena. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like this video, favorite, comment, subscribe, and ding ring that bell so you know if whenever we do this live stream.
This is a stream.
Yeah, this is a stream. It's your host, your friend, your boy, Jet Black One Only, here with
You.
Serena.
Dozer.
Bangzell.
Stop looking at motherfucker.
The other Q.
The other.
The other Q.
Logging up. Peace.